And welcome back to another episode or a special episode of Enter the Nerdom, our third part, our finale of our D&D adventure, the Seer Sanctum. And last time, well, I mean, if you don't already know who we are, I'm here with
Stan Warzini.
And Watson Bradshaw.
Also known as Mad Mardigan Stan.
Mad Mardigan.
And Maple Yeastry.
And I'm obviously Chad Cook, who is a.k.a. Pockets, the #1 MVP player of the game. And last, where we left off,
I like the energy. I like Pockets' new energy, new confidence in Pockets.
I mean, I did almost die. I did die, technically, from that Medusa. That we
but you got better.
Yeah.
I helped a little.
I mean, you brought me back. I
cut her hand off.
And, I found out there was no God, so
That's right.
Obviously it's just
and
blackness.
we found out
It's
that a Medusa can still fire arrows with one hand.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
right,
Yeah.
even though I don't think that's possible.
I mean, you never
she
know
has
with
snakes in her
snake
hair.
What?
Okay.
They're sentient.
I wish. Well, no, I don't like snakes, so I wouldn't want snake hair.
Would it gotta be snake hair?
Why is it gotta? Yeah, no. I would love to see Indiana Jones go against a Medusa.
That'd be awesome. Oh, that'd be so good. I
But-
think he'd win. Maybe we'll get that in Indiana Jones 7.
Possibly.
Harrison Ford, a spry 93 years old.
I'm smoking all this weed and flying planes into snake piles.
Am I a Red Hulk in this one?
Yeah. Anyway, guys. All right, we're gonna jump right into our finale episode of D&D. I hope you are enjoying it so far, and let's have some fun.
Yes.
Let's go.
So after a brief rest, you begin to explore this large chamber with the Medusa symbol engraven in the center of the room, and the beautiful pillars and all this moldy old furniture. And as you do so, you find that there's really not much else to this room. It's very clear that this Medusa had been layering in here all alone for quite a long time. Aww. She'd just been kind of sleeping on this moldy old furniture, and you see there's a few scratch marks in parts of the wall where she may have clawed it with her talons or bit it with her snake teeth in her hair. I don't know how to explain.
Does anyone else feel like we just attacked a victim?
Give her a bun.
Yeah, he did give her a hot cross.
Yeah,
bun.
and then she attacked us. So,
yeah.
Well, I cut off her arm first.
Yeah,
but,
I wouldn't say it was unprovoked.
Yeah.
Let me remind you that there are also many statues in this room of people and a few skeletons that have been picked very clean. Looking at the statues, you see that you're guessing. This is a guess, but it's a pretty, I think, educated guess given the circumstances, that these were people, possibly warriors, who snuck down here at various points throughout the ages and tried to face the Medusa and failed.
Hey guys, we did bad, but we didn't do that bad.
We didn't do that bad.
Hey,
it's true.
Not a one of you turned to stone.
That's right.
I am shocked. I feel like I failed as a DM.
No.
We got our asses handed to us.
You have plenty of time to kill us.
Oh, yeah.
I mean,
Plenty.
I was
Plenty
dead
more
for a
monsters.
moment or two,
That's true.
Yeah, you almost killed Chad.
Yeah.
There's really not much else in this room. So having a vague sense of what happened above, you had found that coffer kind of on the weird shelf in the well below the statue that turned people to stone, that crossed its path. There was the skeleton zombies and the blind team running around. And Fiona had told you that her party, when they had opened, you're pretty sure that it works out that her party had gone into that second chamber with the pool as well, flipped those same switches that you guys did, opened the doors, and then same thing happened to them. Monsters attacked. But she specifically described that there had been a goat-headed demon among the things that had attacked, along with the slimes. Which you've already defeated one of those as well. So hopefully there was only one. Maybe there's more.
He
of
probably
any of these
left.
things.
Yeah. Probably have better things to do.
I mean, the blind he probably ruined his style. So he just
Judging by the location of the stairwell, you're guessing it leads up to somewhere in one of the back rooms of the area above, which you have not explored. And like I mentioned, just to make sure it's perfectly abundantly clear, from this side it looks like a secret door, so it's not something you would see on the other side, but you do see it on this side, and you can trigger it on this side, so you could open it without having to worry about.
I mean, good news, bad news situation. The Medusa's going to clear a path.
Yeah.
Yeah, it seems
Possibly.
like she'd probably be hostile since
Because
she's
she has
locked.
been stuck in there for a while.
She's been locked in there.
So,
she
guys-
might be a little hostile towards any comers.
I think, please don't call it that.
What? Any comers? Come on.
Please. Guys, I'm going to go on a whim here and say we got our asses handed to us pretty badly there.
Yes.
I'm not going to name any names, but we do need to start working as a team. Otherwise, I don't think we're going to make it out. Excuse me. I don't think Marty's going to make it out of this one.
I
So,
think Marty be okay as he messed Medusa up pretty goodly. Pretty goodly.
Yeah, you can
Pretty
claim
good.
her arm as a trophy.
Exactly.
She didn't go to pick it up.
yeah,
That's
please
right.
don't touch that.
No, I can do some things with that, I think.
Please stop talking.
We
No, I'm just saying. No.
we could wave our arm through doorways and like scare people away.
Yoo-hoo! Like a Bugs Bunny cartoon?
We'll go. We're the Medusa. Don't come this way.
The Gokai's like, I ain't fucking with that. But I do think we should pull in our forces and start thinking and working as a team more.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I will say this. I do believe you picked up a coffer along the way.
Yes, it's in my bag. Let me get it. Pulling it out.
Would you like to see what's inside since we're really not curious about it at first?
Yeah, I thought it was a bowl at first, but now I know it's a box.
I thought it was a cup. That's funny. How we all didn't know what a coffer was, huh?
We were all like, oh, we got that thing.
Yeah.
Oh, and it opens pretty easy too. So
Okay, what's in it?
So did you just say you opened it?
yeah, I just opened it now.
Let's hope.
It's not filled with
Let's hope
spiders.
it's nothing that can kill
Yeah.
us.
Oh, it's poison gas.
Oh, no. Roll D20.
Oh, and we just lost. I guess that's the end of the episode.
You just
Weren't
spread
supposed to open the
anthrax.
coffer, yeah.
You open the coffer and the loading screen comes up. As I look through my notes.
It's
Oh,
a
yeah.
pinwheel just going around and around.
As you pinwheel. Okay. That's not where you're going with that, is it? Okay, so as you open the silver coffer, there is what appears to be a lens inside, and by that I mean basically a magnifying glass. It looks like slightly larger and thicker than a hand magnifying glass, but a concave sort of glass lens in a small kind of silver carrying case that has like a handle and a slot on it. It looks like it's meant to be affixed to something. And let me give you the cool item card for it.
I bet this goes in that hand from the first room.
Magnifying glass, yeah.
And then it'll burn the bugs on the floor. And we solved your riddle.
Can Mabel do is there a magic check or arcane check in this version of D&D?
Yeah, there's all sorts of stuff for it. We're gonna breeze past that because
Okay.
it's boring, and we're just gonna give it to you on this one. That way I can hand you the card.
I said something.
You see-
Oh, wow,
Maybe
Mabel, you're so
explain.
good. That education came into play.
This is a jaunt lens, and a jaunt lens is a lens that focuses latent magical energy. When looked through, the lens will show items and passages that exist on multiple planes.
That seems really useful,
Hand that to
guys. I'm so glad we decided to open this before we went back out there for round 2.
Yep.
Yep.
Do you want to hand it to the magic person?
Yeah. Hey, Mabel,
Yeah.
would you want this jaunt lens that was in the coffer the whole
Oh,
time?
I would love a jaunt
Just
lens.
carry our mirror and lens, please.
No,
There you go.
I don't think any of us are
Anything
competent
optical I seem to be carrying.
enough. Yes, thank you.
Put the jaunt lens with my mirror.
So, guys, I'm going to leave this to the team. Where do we go from here?
Okay, so did we explore the room entirely?
There's nothing
Yeah,
in here.
you explore the room completely, and indeed there is no massive hoard of treasure or
Okay.
anything else. There's just
I take a pillowcase and put it in my bag.
a moldy pillowcase. let's
Moldy.
be honest.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's fine.
Wait, you know what you should do? You should take the pillowcase, but fill it with a bunch of bones, so then it's like a heavy weapon pillowcase.
I need to
that
put
you
it over
gotta
her
swing
head.
around.
Smack someone with.
D4 bludgeoning damage.
There you go.
Wait, while we're all looking around the room, I go through the pillowcases and the sheets and stuff, and I give them a little tug, and if it lasts, I go, okay.
Okay, yeah, there's several that don't, but yeah, you eventually find one.
Krondor dies
still-
of respiratory illness.
I get asbestos.
Can I would like to grab some of the torn cloth material around there, so because I might use it later for like making flaming arrows.
All right,
Oh.
so yeah, anything you want to take out of this room, add it to your inventory. So
Okay,
add,
yeah.
Moldy cloth pillow and
I take the
moldy
Medusa slaying
rags.
gun.
I'll take moldy rags. I'll take some moldy
Can I
rags.
use the jaunt lens right now to look if there's any passages or areas in this room we haven't?
Yeah, you look through the lens in this room, and there doesn't seem to be anything out of the ordinary.
Cool.
So it's just the dead end room.
It appears.
Can we get a
use
better
it-
look at the ceiling where the air was
Yeah.
coming from?
Yeah.
Sure. Yeah, you begin looking up. There's very minute holes. You hold the torch up. You realize, first of all, the
That's
ceiling.
Spike's dog. That's Spike's. I seen the movies. That's Spike's.
There,
I solved your riddle, Tim.
no. So as you hold your torches up aloft, you realize the ceiling is much higher in this room than the previous rooms. It also has that same, like the room next door that you came into, has that same, kind of like pitched angle to it. So it's much more high in the middle as opposed to the ends. So very, very heavily sloped. And other than... running down the very center line, so the highest point, there's several what look like almost pinholes. Like they're so small. So that's
Interesting.
Apparently, they're spike holes. Apparently,
Spikes.
Very tiny spikes.
Solved your
there's
riddle.
very few. There's very many of them, all running down that center line. And then along the sloped portion, there is none of that. But there are cracks you can see in the plaster. That is kind of like over the stone, the mortared stone, which you didn't realize there was plaster in most places because there wasn't. It's
Is there
always
any of
Is there any
the-
type of moisture? Sorry, go ahead.
yeah. So moisture seems to be seeping through a little bit. It's
Okay.
cracked it.
Okay.
A few of even the mortared stone pieces have been cracked as if by water erosion and
Right.
stuff over time. It doesn't look.
Is it fresh?
Unsound. No, it doesn't. It looks like it's been happening over ages. I mean, even Gloric, who's a dwarf and who can attest to the age of this, he's like, we're talking hundreds of years, probably thousands of years of this.
So there's no water like dripping down.
There is, but it's very little. Like it's just like moisture condensing as opposed to like a leak.
I see.
But he's like, this is over a long period of time. Sorry, let me do a Gloric voice because I haven't done that.
Yes.
He's like, over a long period of time, this would be really bad. This is probably all that water is being held up in panels or little rooms in between here and the pool above.
Hey, Gloric, say donkey.
I like it.
Say,
I hate you.
say donkey.
I think I just made him British.
Yeah,
No, actually, that was really good.
No,
yeah, that's good. Gloric was on Secession. I saw him on that.
Let's just say this. I wouldn't have made fun of you if I thought it was bad.
I appreciate that.
Is there any ruins or carvings like the first room that I could see that I can decipher? Because I still can decipher the language.
Great question. No, there is not.
Okay.
I like that we can't fight, so now we're trying to solve this escape room.
Yeah. That with the door wide
With
open.
the doors open already.
Yeah, but if the spikes come down,
Yeah.
we're going to be
Yeah.
able to run out.
Right.
All Mabel has is her big brain. She's
right.
And a mirror and a magnifying lens.
That's it.
right.
That's it. I'm Velma.
Yeah.
That's all I
very
am.
much, yeah. Very good.
Okay, guys. So we recap about the stuff that's still waiting for us upstairs.
Right,
It's
so
the blind team. Still one zombie, I believe.
One zombie, and then the two archers are in that one
Oh,
room.
And
I-
a possible goat man.
I also wanted to grab a femur bone from one of the skeletons, and I sharpen it as just a stabbing.
Add it to your inventory.
Okay, there you go.
That'll do a D4 piercing damage.
Oh,
Nice.
did Medusa take her bow and arrow with her?
Yes, she did.
Ah.
Yeah.
Can't leave home
Her
without
snakes were helping her hold that up.
No.
Yeah, I bet they were.
'Cause I'm
I
an
bet they were. Yeah.
Snakes and
She was
yokes.
basically doing this. You know? Basically doing that the entire time. I held my microphone up to my forehead and just stuck my arm out.
It was a really good
that's,
audio.
That's
thing.
exactly what she was
That is
doing.
literally what she did. Yes,
Yeah.
that is.
Because the snakes were firing for her.
I mean,
so.
she had. What else is she doing in this room?
That's true.
Practice.
That's true. She was just practicing.
Yeah, practicing firing her bow with her snakes.
Yeah, okay, I give it to her.
And if
I give
some
it to her.
asshole
I give it
chops
to her.
this arm off,
I'll give it to her.
here's
Yeah.
what I'll do.
Basically,
Yeah.
as soon as the session ends, Stan is going to beat the crap out of me for that, and he's right to. He's right to. Let's be clear.
I thought I did so well. She's still firing.
You did.
Come on.
It was awesome,
Right.
and I totally stole that from you.
Yeah, it would have been a lot worse if you didn't get the hand.
All right, guys, I think we're good here. You want to go upstairs?
Yeah, let's go.
Let's go.
Let's go back up that stairwell.
Yeah.
And let's go check out the top
Let's
rooms.
see what awaits us in our next adventure.
Yeah.
All right. So you go to the stairwell. Looking up to it around the edge, you can see that she went up and she opened that door.
Okay.
So
Okay.
it's standing wide open right now
All right.
as we speak.
Solve that puzzle.
Don't need a key for that one.
Yeah.
And you see that your light source is the only one. There's no light sources beaming through, so maybe that's good. Let me read some stuff.
And no
There's
scary
rooms.
death glare coming through.
We're slowly. Our hand is on each other's shoulder in a row, going
Yeah.
up the.
We're moving
just
up.
peeking.
It's very like Scooby and Shaggy.
Yes.
We're just moving up.
tiptoeing.
You're Velma. We're
Yeah. Oh, my glasses.
You dropped the spyglass. I can't see.
glasses.
Oh, and I also light all her pillows on fire before I leave.
All right. So as you mount the stairs and begin heading up, the first thing you notice is a lack of sound.
Sorry, one last thing.
Yes.
There was other pillars to light, correct?
Other braziers?
Braziers, yes.
Yes.
Should we light those motherfuckers?
Let's light them up.
I was thinking, yeah, just illuminate the room just in case.
Let's
we
light.
need
I
it.
light them all up,
Yeah.
Okay.
and then back up.
So yeah, there's a total
And
of
the
about
magic door opens.
Yeah, that's what I'm hoping.
The spikes come down.
I knew it.
You son of a bitch.
quote unquote spike chamber. Okay. No, you lit the other braziers, or you light the other braziers. There's about 5 of them in total. You light them all. They all have that same effect of creating this deep red flame, as if powered by magic. Even though you're using a normal torch to light them, and they cast this dim, red cast light throughout the room, but they don't seem to have any other effect once they're all lit. They just create this really dim blood red, cast to the whole room, which is kind of creepy.
Will anything happen if I aim the lens at them because they're latent magic?
The lens. Okay, so you kind of like look through the lens at them, so it's kind of like looking through a magnifying glass as opposed to like looking at a reflection in the mirror, which you also had. So you look through the lens at them, and there doesn't seem to be anything special about them. You can tell there's magical energy about them. It's not powerful. There's
Cool
just like
magic
a latent,
magnifying glass you have there.
Yeah.
It's just a latent magic energy around these.
It might just be a magnifying
braziers.
glass.
Braziers. That's a different light.
Oh yeah, Medusa's braziers.
I've done that before. That's bad.
Let's cut that one out too.
Yeah.
Yeah, please.
You've done Medusa Brazier.
No,
Okay,
I've
sorry.
said braziers instead of braziers. so-
Sorry to stall the
I did that.
adventure. Let's
Okay, yeah.
let's get
Yeah,
upstairs.
let's go upstairs. Yeah.
Up we go.
This is why I don't DM in public, by the way. I try not to get it recorded, so.
Who's first?
That's
We
a
will not
massive
take a
failure.
lot of time for this. Who is first in the door?
I am. Let's go.
Okay.
love
Mad
saying
Mardigan takes
Mardigan.
lead. So you go through the doorway. As soon as you enter the room, let's put this on the map. Give me
Anvil
1 second.
falls on you. Uh-oh.
So you enter this room. You can put this on the back corner. No, other way. Wait, what? Yeah, that way. Sorry.
There
You
we
had it
go.
right.
There we go.
Okay, we're just
It's weird being up
we're
here.
just putting
I
the
know,
map
right?
together.
Right the first
You've been right
time.
every time.
That's what they all
every
say.
time, all the time. So you're entering.
Oh, that doesn't look
You don't.
good.
You
I don't like that either.
There's no doorway that you see on this map that shows you where you're entering from, because it's actually the back wall. So that area where there's like a cross hatching.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So basically, you're entering through the back of this room. It's off of that secondary room that had the pool in it that you guys drained by pulling some levers. It's what you would consider the south west chamber off of that room. And as you're coming up into this open doorway, there is a treasure chest that stands right before The secret door, which is now no longer secret and is wide open because the Medusa pushed it open. And that treasure chest, the lid of it was open. As soon as your eyes, fall on it, you see the lid just slam shut.
I'm not looking as I reach my hand over.
And there's a few other things in the room. There's the sturdy chest. It appears to be a wooden chest. It is banded with iron, so it has like iron bands running around it.
That's the chest that just slammed shut.
Correct. It looks like they're there to make the joints that much more strong. It appears to be affixed to the floor. You can actually see like little metal panels in the iron bands on the corners on the floor. There seems to be
That's a mimic.
almost like a what do you call it? Like a bracket, and then it's like bolted into the floor, into the stone floor on all sides. So it's like very clearly affixed to the floor. Across from it, where you see on the map, there's a little star. There is a statue. It is of a person. There's a cloth blindfold on them. So not like part of the statue, like literally a piece of cloth is draped over the eyes.
That could have been so useful a little bit ago, huh?
It's a filthy cloth. Looks old, and kind of like partially molded, a lot like the pillows.
That's how Krondor likes it.
But the statue is otherwise facing the chest, but it just has this blindfold on.
I'm not gonna fuck with this chest, guys. I don't think
No, I
I'm
don't
gonna
think so
fuck with
either.
it.
There's a few crates around the room that are all rotten. They're spotted with what looks like a yellowy mold on them.
Can we see in those chests at all? Or
they have like holes cleaned through them in some cases. They appear to be first you can smell it. So before you even like look into them, you can smell. It smells like rotten food and grain that has just been like
good thing you brought that
molded
garlic.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'll make this better.
Yeah. So it's like just all decayed, whatever was in these crates. You hear the sounds of rats kind of scurrying away, like into possibly like holes in the walls or something.
We'll ask them to join us.
And along the side, you can see that there's a few kind of like wooden pins driven into the wall, and there are robes. They're hooded, ornate robes that look ancient. Some of them are molded a little bit, but they're still in somewhat decent shape, and all of them have symbols of eyes on them.
Hey guys, I'm thinking we play a little dress up.
How many robes are there?
There are 7.
Ooh, there we go.
I take the cleanest one.
Oh, come on.
I follow suit and grab the second cleanest one.
Okay.
I just put on the one that could fit me because I'm a bigger guy.
You
got two of them.
You got that dragon bulk.
Yeah, but I rip off the sleeves because it's
you're like,
my
you wanna
arms
make
are
it
too
look
big.
cool.
It's got to look cool.
Yeah.
There we go.
Yeah, sleeveless hooded robe.
Sleeveless.
Yeah.
And then I throw one of those wooden crates at that iron chest just to see if anything happens.
Okay. Yeah, you know the chest is right before you as we lock the door, so you kind of gingerly step around it to where one of the crates are in the corners.
Yeah.
Throw the crate at it, and the crate just like splinters and shatters apart. Pieces of wood scatter everywhere. And
Very strong.
The chest is it's a sturdy wooden and iron bandage chest.
All right, guys, that chest is solid.
If we all turn away from it, can we hear it open again?
Before you say that. Sorry, you say that, and just then you hear the sounds of movement out in the hallway beyond. You realize the door. to
Tim,
this
I don't
room,
want to.
So that's the.
You realize the door to this room is still open.
So
Sounds
that's-
like boots scuffling on a floor.
We did
Alright,
just
guys,
throw a chest.
So that was the. That was,
Fiona, is that you?
That's
that's the blind heme and the zombie still out there.
Well, we guess.
Or the goat
Yeah.
man,
Well,
or the Medusa, guys.
If it's the blind heme, we would see the light,
Yes.
shining in front of the door.
Okay.
But we're in the robes. Let's get into character. We worship God, whatever that is.
That's a good start.
I mean,
Yeah.
we'll
Yeah,
whatever
learn some
comes our way,
names.
we just start going, hey, bowing and whatnot.
I think they know who belongs in the
Yeah,
tank.
Hey,
I don't
wait,
think.
I
yeah.
think
We're not
they-
going to pull like a
Hold on,
stupid
let's,
situation
Let
here.
me get the mirror out.
Yeah, I was
and
about
look
to say,
through
let
and
the
see
mirror
if
out,
maybe we get a
baby.
little bit more information.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
Other than Blind God.
Yeah.
I say, Mabel, I'll go up there with you to the door, and we just kind of like creep up against the side of the wall and just kind of like poke the mirror out, see if we can see anything outside. However, doesn't the mirror show the past? So that's why I'm a little worried
Maybe
about
the magnifying glass too.
The magnifying glass won't do anything though.
Well, I guess the mirror first because you don't want to turn into
You could use the
stone.
magnifying glass on the chest to see if it's.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's true.
So let me do that first.
That's true.
I bet Medusa's
So,
in that chest.
Mabel-
Oh, and we could do it on the statue as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Mabel pulls out the lens and aims it at the chest.
Okay.
The lens or the mirror?
One's or the mirror.
Oh, the mirror.
The mirror. Okay. You look at the chest in the mirror, and you see it looks the same, just newer.
Okay. So it's been there for a
Okay.
while.
Yeah. What about the statue?
You aim at the statue. The statue looks exactly as it does now, but without a cloth blindfold. It is the statue. It's a statue of a young man. It looks like they're in the kind of like the thinking man position.
Guys, I'm kind of worried that if we take that blindfold off, he's gonna be a bad guy that blinds us.
He's gonna come to
I
life.
I think that was more of a warning of just, hey, you should have covered your eyes, dum-dums.
Hey, it's cool that it's in the very last fucking room, huh?
Well, it wouldn't have been.
Cool warning.
Yeah.
Maybe put it in the fucking fountain. If
Well,
you want to
hey,
warn us.
now we have these robed hoods. We can cover our eyes, bud.
Us being blind isn't the problem.
Yeah. So that's
Just trying to
Hey,
solve
hey,
it.
no, you know what? I'm a team player.
Yeah,
Pockets,
where was
pockets.
that
I
attitude?
love the energy. Pockets,
You know, just trying
pockets.
to.
I love the energy. I love it. Let's go with another plan besides the ropes for a little bit.
So open the chest.
So let's.
No, we're not touching that chest.
Okay.
We're gonna look through the door.
All right.
So the mirror is not going to help us if we poke it around the side of the door because
Other
it just
than
shows the
see
past.
But we'll see something
Yeah.
there.
Yeah. So I'd say okay. Let me go up to I don't know how's the movement working now. Is it my turn or?
Yeah, don't worry about turns at this
Okay.
point.
Yeah, okay.
I'll
We're
let
not
you know
combat.
if you're in combat,
Okay.
but you heard the sounds of scuffling feet out in the hallway,
Mhm.
but nothing
Scuffling
comes
isn't
around
good.
the
Nothing comes around the corner.
yet.
Okay, so
Yes.
let me go up to the doorway.
Nothing good scuffles.
Right.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm gonna be.
Yeah.
Yeah, you guys can position yourselves wherever you want in the room.
Yeah. And then what the fuck's his
Gloric.
Gloric is going to be behind me.
And I'll stand.
So I
next,
say, Gloric, let's come up with me, dude.
I'll stand next to the chest.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
All right. So we're okay. So
So we have robes on.
We do have robes
yeah,
on.
you-
Yeah.
You can put the robes on.
Are you
we really put the robes on?
Yeah, but
I'm not doing that shit. That's
Okay.
What I'm saying.
All right.
Mad Mardigan is the only one without a robe.
I'm
Let's see
not-
how it plays out.
Come on.
Wild card.
Okay, fine. I put the robe on. I'm like, you guys are okay. I say,
You
all
get
right.
the dirty.
How about Gloric doesn't,
Uh,
and we'll see how that plays out.
There you go. All right. So
He's not with us. Get him.
Get
Yeah,
him, boys!
so I go up to the edge of the door there, right? So I'm up. So my back is up against the wall, right?
Gotcha.
So what I'm doing is I'm kind of like leaning over the side and just peeking, just like so. If for people, obviously this is an audio medium, but I have my hand up to my face, and so what I'm doing is I'm just kind of peeking.
You know,
around the side
like
around the
peeking?
side of the wall.
It's sort of like
Yeah.
peeking.
Very
I'm
cautious.
trying to be.
Very
Yeah,
cautious.
I'm trying to be as detailed as possible.
Right.
Because,
No,
Taking a look see.
yeah,
you know,
so, yeah. So I'm like, so, and I'm also trying to explain the DM. Excuse me. So,
This is exactly what interrogating in the fiction is. It's otherwise known in video games as pixel bitching.
Exactly. Anyway, so I'm up against the side, so I kind of it was just half of my face is just kind of looking out the side, see what we got.
Okay.
What's out there? And what do I
Okay.
see?
I'm going to place
what am I
some
supposed to look
people
at?
down, and
So
you.
I'm up like.
So you see the first thing you see is the blind team. I'm gonna place it in a second, but the first thing you see is the blind team, and you're like, you freeze for a second because you expect it to be shooting its bright light,
Right.
headlight eyes at you, but they're not lit because the thing is turned to
Stone!
Oh,
We solved your blind team puzzle!
Suck it, you blind bitch.
Suck it, motherfucker.
You can't see me,
motherfucker.
John Cena. Ba, ba, da, ba.
Ba-ba-da-bum, ba-ba-da-bum.
Who's this John Cena you're talking about?
Yeah, that's
Condor?
not. Yeah, what is it?
Jonathan
Is that another adventurer?
Okay, so the
cloak invisibility.
Yeah.
the Blindheim, that weird frog-like creatures that I put on there, is the Blindheim turned to stone, so it is not a viable enemy at this
Should have
point.
been
Awesome.
friends with Medusa from the start.
You
baby.
also, after
her
you quickly get over your surprise at seeing that, or however you feel about seeing that, I don't know, it's your character. You also see the zombie and the two skeletons are on the other side of what used to be a pool, but is now empty. It's down to there's like a little sliver of water at the very bottom of this pool. It goes down about 50 feet.
That's
you
so
can
many poles.
so you
my
can see
God.
the bottom now.
The pit is 50 feet.
It's a 50 foot
Jesus.
down.
Pretty
Okay.
much the size of the well when we went 50
Yeah.
feet.
And our rope is still attached to that, right?
So the well was 80 feet total.
Oh, what? Oh, yeah, you're right.
wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, your
Now
rope
our
is
ropes are still attached to
on
those
the-
They
handles.
are. We
Yeah.
never recall
Yeah,
it.
Well, no,
the
the one, because he used
Oh,
his
yeah.
hand.
Oh,
Yeah.
magic, yeah, my
Yeah,
bad, yeah.
correct.
So, but my rope that we threw on there to move the handle is still on there
attached
from the
to
last
Still
handle,
there.
episode.
has not been moved. And so the skeletons and the zombies see you. So even though you're trying to be cautious,
Which
they're
is a
looking in
little
your
existential because they don't have eyeballs.
Yeah.
So, like, what is sight?
direction. Right. But here's the
They
funny
sense
part.
you.
This like so many situations today is a good news, bad news situation. So the good news is
The zombie falls in the pit.
Exactly right. So the zombie sees you and is like, "Rrr," and advances forward and then falls right down that pit.
We solved your zombie puzzle.
Because he's not. Was he blind from last time? Because he was still.
No,
okay.
that wore off.
Oh,
that
that
wore
wore
off.
He's
off.
just stupid.
He only had 2 rounds.
Yeah.
of it
Okay.
left, so
Zombies aren't
That's cool.
exactly intellectuals.
Right,
Hey, you know,
right.
Skeletons are a little smarter,
An
aren't they?
astute point.
yeah.
So the zombie falls right down that cliff, down 50 feet, and smashes onto the bottom. Since you're the one peeking, do you want to roll its damage?
Yeah,
It takes-
sure.
Yeah, okay. So it takes 5d6 damage.
Can we just say it's dead?
I kind of want to roll just for fun.
Yeah.
Oh,
I mean, actually, with Stan's rules, maybe.
Yeah,
It might
probably.
survive.
Am I?
There's 3 more in there. So
It used to be a
there's
gymnast,
five
and
D6.
it pole vaults up.
Yeah, roll all them d6s.
Every single one?
It's more over here.
5 of them. There's 5. There should be 5.
Roll them all at once. Let's see what you got.
Yeah.
Let's see
5
what you
ones.
got. Oh,
Don't let it get away. All right, so
3, 4, 1, 1, 2.
7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 11 damage. Okay, I mean 3 hit points. So yeah, he's automatically dead.
He's dead?
You got
mean, roll
11
for
damage
Yeah.
Yeah, but
Fall.
out of a possible 30.
yeah, but he's. I'm not worried about it because he's down a pit.
Yeah,
so
so,
what do I care? He's
uh,
down a 50-foot pit. What's he
yeah,
gonna
so
do?
I mean, the
He
problem
falls
did
in.
solve itself.
Yeah.
You hear this sickening crunching sound
Ow.
as his bones are like pulverized by the fall because it's only like an inch of water to cushion him, so that's nothing. So he just pulverizes his bones.
Awesome.
And he's still moaning, but he's at this point his bones are so broken that he can't like fight you guys or anything like that. So he's no longer a threat. He's just sitting down
solved
there
your
like
zombie puzzle.
"Grr."
It's just a bag.
Just a bag of flesh. Yeah.
That's right. So zombie goes down there. So the 2 skeletons, however, raise their bows and begin firing. You have
They
plenty
can't
of
do
cover,
shit.
so they have no chance of hitting
Awesome.
you. So they send a volley of arrows just once. You duck behind the thing. They don't hit you, but you know they're poised there and ready to fire again.
All right.
I have the holy symbol of Lathander that I'm gonna wave at them. But first, I pull it out and I'm right next to the chest, and I wave it in front of the chest, see if that reacts to the holy symbol of Lathander.
Yeah, you pull out the holy symbol of Lathander. The holy symbol of Lathander is literally it's an iron disc, and emblazoned on it is an image of the rising sun. Lathander is a god of the rising sun and of new beginnings and things of that.
Yeah, I mean,
nature.
we all knew that.
Yeah.
We all knew that.
But for the people at home.
Right.
Just in case you didn't know.
For the
You
1 or
know.
2 people who don't like
Yeah.
it.
Duh.
And Ed Greenwood, who created it.
Someone named Ned just shut the fuck up.
Yeah, so you produce the symbol of Lathander at the chest and nothing happens.
Nothing happens.
And then you want to produce it at the skeletons.
Yeah, I move to the door and I like peep it around the corner and go, yoo-hoo!
It's canon. He officially said that.
A large dragon goes,
And pulls his leg up, like, pulls his pants up his leg like he's hitchhiking in the 30s.
And he throws up his thumb.
Yeah.
Pulls his robe down around real quick.
You
Oh,
see like a giant
boys.
hairy scaled leg. He still has hair.
Yeah, he's got hairs growing through the scale.
Yeah.
Like an armadillo.
That's disgusting.
There's an
All right.
image.
So, turning undead and fiends. As a special action, a character can present a holy symbol in
They
order
come to
to
life.
attempt to turn undead or fiends. To turn them, the player rolls 2d6. So, you're going to roll
Okay.
2d6 and add them together.
Pass me.
If you roll a 2, this is bad news. So, you want to roll
Oh,
high.
God.
Shoot. Okay.
A 2 total or
No, yeah, if you roll snake eyes.
okay?
Okay.
So, what'd you get?
6 and a 2.
So 8. So if you rolled higher, you consult the table below, comparing the roll against the hit dice of the undead targeted. Okay.
You really just have to roll over 2?
Yeah.
Well,
Basically, no double ones.
yeah, double ones means it makes the symbol break. And you can no longer use it.
Oh,
And to be
geez.
fair, with this group,
Well,
Yeah,
it's a
man.
possibility.
Yeah,
it's a
that's
strong possibility.
All right.
Not
so
anymore though.
The hit
we're
dice,
together.
We're back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The hit dice of the undead are hit dice 1. You rolled a what? 8?
8, yeah.
All right, this is looking good. I think a 7 is what you needed. So here's what happens. So consult the table. This is old D&D, you know. There's tables and you got to understand.
Ugh.
Sure.
Comparing the roll against
nonsense.
this.
Check the
If the
pie
turning
chart.
attempt succeeds, which it did, you were looking for a 7 or higher. You got an 8. The player must roll another 2d6.
Oh, God.
Now we're
determine
really
the
testing
number
fate.
of hit dice that are affected.
Oh, okay.
In this case, you're going to turn them, which I'll tell you what that means in a second. So roll the dice.
roll the
Turn them into
2d6
humans.
and add it together.
5.
Okay, so that's more than there are skeletons because there's only 2 hit dice worth of skeletons. So This is all good news. So they are now turned. What that means is they will flee from your presence, if at all possible, and will not harm you.
Chad's the skeleton
As
charmer.
long as you are in sight, they have disadvantage. So if for some reason they cannot flee, like if they're cornered in a room, they have
Yeah.
disadvantage against anything they do, and they still won't harm you. Like they can attack your allies,
Oh, okay.
but with disadvantage.
Oh, it's too easy. You can
However,
go up to him and just.
all the doors are
Call him
open.
the Bones Collector.
All the doors are open as you left them before. You left that first room wedged open, as I recall, with one of the spikes or something like that.
His 10-foot pole.
Oh, the 10-foot pole. That's right. That's right. The 10-foot
I can
pole.
get Mr. Pole back.
Nice.
The 10-foot pole is holding room number 1 open. So the
Yes.
skeletons actually flee back that way and up
Feel-
the stairs.
Fiona, no.
Well, goodbye, Fiona.
Oh shit. Who's
Oh,
gonna
well.
pay us?
No, the guy.
I mean,
is.
the guy is,
The
not
guy,
her.
yeah.
Oh, then fuck
Fiona was just the guy.
Yeah, she was just like his.
But
yeah.
wait, they might
Hey, Fiona.
Watch out for some skeletons.
they might not survive in daylight. I don't know if that's a thing.
that
That
could be
is
it.
an
There
assumption.
could be some kind of magic seal.
That is-
wouldn't have
yeah,
passed that.
yeah, they can.
This
Might,
ain't the
You know
Last
what?
Crusade.
What are we even talking about? Who
vampire
cares about Fiona?
That
Who
sounds
cares?
like Fiona's
That's-
problem.
Yeah, it's one less person to cut in.
We solved your skeleton puzzle.
Yeah.
Yep.
Hey, I walk over, I put my hand on Pocket's shoulder, and I say, "Hey, good job.
Good job, buddy.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Have your eyes always been that brown?
They're red.
Yeah, he's
Wow.
a dragonborn.
You are stunning."
Wow.
Thanks.
Say,
I'm just gonna put
Hey,
that in.
I say
Wait, hold on.
Mad
I'm just gonna
Morgan.
put that compliment in one of my pockets.
oh,
For later.
Man, Morgan says this is getting weird.
That's nice.
Let's keep going.
Getting warm and fuzzies over here.
I know, this really took a turn. Okay. This is the Dr. Phil version of the show.
Yeah.
I'm just waiting for the wedding invite now.
I know.
Yeah,
right?
seriously.
Pockets and Crondo.
Okay, so you have a stone blind team. You have 2 skeletons who have now fled the scene and are at large, and
Sounds
a
like Fiona
zombie,
just, oh shit.
a zombie who is partially liquefied at the bottom of a 50-foot pit.
Great. So
What do you want to do?
I got an idea. I don't know if it'll work. What if we cut off the stone head of the blind team and then we remove the curse from it so it turns out from stone, and then we could use the light from its eyes on any enemy?
It's not.
That's not a terrible
crazy
idea.
Do you think that
that
could
is
work?
not a terrible idea. And I believe that Gloric also has something.
Can we remove a curse from?
I do have.
Now, if we
but we
take
remove
its
the head first.
No, but if you remove the head, does the light still work?
I
That's a
would
good
assume
question.
so.
I don't know. It's magic.
I would assume so.
Hey,
It's a kind of
magic.
It's a kind of magic.
it's
I mean, that's-
Tim. You can't say no.
Yep.
We solved
He's
your
checking
riddle.
all his books right now.
I'm
Feverishly
so
flipping through.
I was hoping this would work. I honestly thought that was brilliant and I loved it, but I'll save you guys the time and the effort. It literally says the last line of the blind heem's eye beams ability is a dead blind heem's eyes are a dull golden color. The light no longer shines.
That's also the
But we're
tattoo on
bringing
my
it to
back.
life.
That's so weird.
Yeah.
It's weird.
Yeah.
We tie it up with rope.
We do have 50 foot of rope.
We tie it up with
We got more than
rope.
50 feet now because we got our other rope.
I love how that doesn't stop you guys. You're gonna find a way.
No. We shouldn't fuck with this.
No.
Yeah.
I mean, there is that dirty cloth on that guy's head in the statue there that we could put on the blind heem.
until we're ready.
But nah.
we have to
Yeah.
like.
We'll leave it alone.
We have to try to control a blind heat.
Yeah.
Yeah,
We
that's-
haven't been successful enough to try to do this.
That's
I don't know if anyone
Yeah.
here has like handling skills.
Right.
Yeah.
Lord Krondor does.
Hmm.
Lord,
All right, well-
Lord Krondor could handle a frogman from 50 feet away, no matter how many.
Now the
pulls.
real
All right.
question
Eye
is:
pockets you've been replaced.
should we open that chest?
Yeah, let's.
I would say
I-
We're
probably
here to get
not.
some treasure. We haven't.
I mean, we haven't gotten any treasure.
That's true. That is true. I mean, I got the crowbar. We could try prying it open.
Yeah, we could.
treasure won't matter if we're all dead.
Yeah.
But how would we get treasure if we don't look for it?
Yeah, he did say that we could keep anything down here, but we
Yeah.
haven't found anything. Now, there are the golden spears over here. We could go back into that room and get
And
them.
he-
I would like a
But we-
spear.
Yeah.
We'd
Wait,
have to
but-
cross that rope.
Oh, did you use?
No, isn't this a
did
road
you use
right
the jaunt
No, that's the
lens
wall.
on
Oh,
the
I see.
chest?
I see. My bad.
You just used the mirror on
We
the
used
chest.
a mirror on the lens to make sure that it was still a chest. 100,000.
But if you
years
use
ago,
the
whatever it
if
was.
you use the other lens, you can see if it's a magical, like any sense of
Okay,
magic.
yeah,
right?
let's do that. Okay.
And then
I'll
we'll
try-
Okay, yeah,
try
we
to
can
go
let's check. Let's
investigate.
check.
Plus,
the,
we do
let's
sort
check
of
the
need to go
chest.
to the front because we want to try to see if the magnifying glass can go in her hand.
Right.
Well, yeah.
So-
we'll circle around, but first,
Yeah.
I have a theory how we can cross that gap there.
but first,
But yeah.
Rope, right?
Yeah.
Try the
well, yeah,
let's-
but
let's try the lens on the chest, and then we'll move
Okay,
from there.
I'm gonna move.
yeah, it's
the-
rope, but we can't
Chad,
attach anything on the
can
side.
you roll a d20 for me? And while you're doing that, you
Yeah, so
Watson, you're
I'm
checking
checking the chest with the
with the
lens.
lens. Okay. The lens picks up that there's a very latent magic on the chest. There's some kind of enchantment on it, but beyond that, you can't tell anything else. It doesn't seem to be anything very powerful
Okay.
or dangerous.
All right.
Okay.
What'd you roll, Chad?
7.
You rolled a 7. Okay. What do you want to do with that information?
Let's open it.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna. We're gonna try and use the crowbar to pry it open.
Pry it open. Okay. All right.
Not my hands. The crowbar.
I mean, you could use your magic hand too.
That's true.
Lift it open.
Yeah,
from
so
afar.
you pull the sorry, Matt Mardigan. You pull the crowbar. You jam that in between
I'm dead.
the lid and the body of the chest.
This is what does it.
Yep.
It's an IED.
yeah.
You wrench that thing with all of your might, and it does not budge an inch.
That's what I
Oh,
thought.
wow.
You can immediately tell that whatever the enchantment is, it's probably what's known as a wizard lock, which is a pretty common spell. Wizard lock allows any opening to be locked beyond the ability of mortal means to open it without either a key or a magical item or a password, or some other magical means. Like there's some other power beyond human ken that is closing this.
All
So
right.
there's no opening in this chest.
So there's no opening.
Maybe
this
we just
time.
come back to
Yeah.
it.
Yeah,
Maybe
well,
it's something for
we
another
might find
time.
something later.
Yeah.
that-
Right.
Like how
Okay.
we found this magical mirror that a magnifying glass that can solve all of
Okay.
our problems.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
All
What
right.
do you guys
So
wanna
I
do?
guess we should check out the other two rooms that are in front of us then.
No, okay. So do we check out the new rooms we haven't explored yet?
We have to.
Or
We
do
got
we
these
try
two.
to do the magnifying glass thing now to see if that solves anything?
So the only thing is we have to cross this big gap that's now empty
We'd have to go here. To,
and go around. Yeah. How
There's no
or
tunnel there.
so let me ask the DM. So in this area above the what used to be the pool of water,
Right.
is there anything above that? Like what's the ceiling look like?
Well, as with so many
What
of
are
the
you,
other rooms,
Spider-Man?
it's a
We
sloped,
got the grappling hook. We could swing across.
it's a sloped ceiling. It's 10
As
feet at
Spider-Man
the
does.
lowest point, about 15 feet at the highest. Same kind of like pyramidal almost slope to the ceiling. There's no other features, no like ledges or anything to grapple onto, but it is just mortared stone, so it's not like it would be impossible to like jam the grappling hook into part of the stones, because they're not like entirely even anymore.
That's what I mean.
I bet if we rolled well, we
Eons
could
of
do
shifting
it.
and stuff.
So yeah,
It's
I'm
not impossible.
thinking if we could grapple one and then
You also
just-
have not that this may change your plan, but sorry to interrupt, but you also have that control panel with the 2 levers on that side, and
we can reflood it.
I don't know if
Yeah, we can.
And swim across with a dead body down there? That's gross.
Yeah,
But no, but
yeah.
what if you
Gelatin's
fall
on.
and then you fall 50 feet down there?
Rather than
So you might want the water.
Yeah.
It took a long time to drain. Though.
Well, while the water's filling up, we check out the other room.
To be fair,
That's
you're not sure how long it took, but it definitely would have been measured in minutes.
Are we when we look in down this 50-foot hole? Can we see the bottom? Like, is there treasure or anything down there other than just?
Oh yeah.
He said it's like
it's
a
a
foot of
zombie.
water and a zombie.
I should have mentioned that. Yeah. So now the
Medusa's also down there.
yeah, she fell.
We should have thought to look.
That's her sauna. Actually.
Yeah,
But when we look, we turn to stone and fall in.
right.
And crap ourselves.
Yeah.
It's murky. The murky, fetid, soap scum, algae-filled water, is just kind of like lining the bottom. It's just a very thin film of it at the bottom. You can see that there is. Sorry, got to scan ahead here in the thing. There appears to be what appears to be a drain grate right in the center at the bottom. And it appears to be, made of metal, like it's a metal grating in the floor, and that's probably where the water drained. Flipping the switch probably opened whatever is underneath the grating,
Right.
to create a gap, and then the water drained out of it.
Okay.
So last time we pushed and pulled the levers and the doors opened and the thing started draining. So if we did the reverse, the water might come back, but the doors will probably close.
Yeah. So
As you're discussing that, sorry to interrupt again, but your characters just noticed.
What do we get?
No, this yeah.
Here we go.
You notice that on the sides, on either side, so the what would be the east and west sides, also at the bottom, just barely visible. So you guys are in the middle of like discussing what you're going to do, and then you realize that these things are here. There's 2 rectangular holes on either side.
Holes on either
They're
side.
very small, like big enough for
at the bottom
like,
of the pit.
at the bottom.
So 50 foot down, 2 holes.
So that's probably where the water comes back in, and that other thing is obviously the drain. So it's probably reverse. It probably drains the water back. Well, who knows? But
I mean,
but
you
but
pull
below
the
us is that Medusa layer. But we ascertained that the water didn't drip down there.
Somewhere.
So it went
So there's a
somewhere else.
reservoir in between.
Probably,
Yeah.
or somewhere in the sides of the sides of the
Do you guys
structure.
think it's worth doing the magnifying glass now, or should we just check out these other rooms?
I think we check out the other
Yeah,
rooms
I'd say
first.
clear them first, and
Yeah.
then we can.
Okay.
Yeah,
I think just podcast-wise, we should
most
probably do
likely.
something
Yeah,
fun.
and then and then most likely this room here will lead to the other one, vice versa.
Okay.
Yeah, so you begin turning and getting ready to walk into that room, in force, into the room with the drained pool. And basically as soon as the last person turns towards that room, you hear the chest lid opens.
Okay.
And that person, whoever it is, who's last in line,
That the Mabel's.
Mabel.
so Mabel.
Yeah.
So as soon as that happens, you turn back, just as a natural reaction to hearing a sound behind you, and then it closes.
Okay.
We can
So-
surprise
Wait.
So every time that we're not in the room, it opens.
When we
No,
look
no,
at
no.
it,
When we, that's
grappling
what,
hook.
No. The dirty cloth on the statue.
On the eyes.
So someone cover their eyes as they go back in, and then try to.
Yeah, so you could take one of the cloth that
Didn't
we
I
have.
say we all don't look at it?
I don't think you
And that
did.
didn't
that
do
you
anything.
just did now.
No, but we didn't follow what you said. So
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. I just thought. I
Okay,
was the
so
leader.
we're all out of the room. Do you want to try putting
Yeah,
a cloth
I'm
around
gonna,
your
I'm
your
gonna
eyes?
put the cloth over my eyes.
That's so
off
gross.
the
Yeah,
off the statue.
and all of
You
us are
take
going
the
to turn
blindfold
away.
off the statue and put it
Yeah.
on your eyes.
All of us are going to turn away from the statue.
Statue comes to life and
the rest
it
of
eats
you turn away, like
Yeah.
as if Mabel's going to go off to pee
Yeah.
Yeah.
in the woods or
Yeah.
something. And you take the blindfold off the statue, put it on yourself,
Mm-hmm.
and nothing happens. Do you want to go up to the chest, touch it, do anything?
With the blindfold on. Yeah.
Or off. You can take it off. I don't give a shit.
I think you should, of all people.
Yeah.
You would think so.
Okay, with the blindfold on, I advance towards the chest.
Bumps into the
And-
statue.
Yeah,
Bump up into
yeah, you
some
kind of
walls.
fumble around the room, but you
Yeah.
eventually find
With
it.
the blindfold
It's a
on.
Big chests.
And try to open the chest now.
Okay. Seems to be held fast.
Jesus.
Seems like
I think it's when we're all out of the room.
yeah. So like,
Yeah.
are we,
Okay.
let's all step
You're
out
pretty
of the
sure
room.
you weren't out of the room when it did that.
Oh,
Maybe.
Oh, is there a plate on the floor?
Mo.
let's put one
So
of
I head
the,
towards the opening again.
Let's put one of the crates on the
here. No,
You head towards the opening,
yeah.
blindfold on or off?
I take it off.
You take it off, and then you head towards the opening?
Yes.
Okay.
Do
Nothing
I hear
happens.
anything?
What happens when she
If
she,
I
she
waste
takes
another fucking minute on this this chest and nothing happens,
Yeah.
I'm gonna lose it.
Yeah, so okay, she takes a step outside of the room with her back to it.
Nothing happens.
All right, well.
All right,
Trying
well,
to be crazy.
This is this
Should we
is-
have kept that thing blindfolded?
Statue?
that could be
yeah.
it. That could be it. Do you want to
Yeah.
put the blindfold back on?
put it
Yeah,
back
I'll
on-
put this. I'll put it back on the
and then
statue.
put one of the cloths we took around your face, and then so you're both
I'm
blinded.
blindfolded and the statue is
Yeah.
blindfolded.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay,
So you
try
put the
that.
blindfold back on the statue, and you take one.
And then-
of
And
the
you blindfold
cloth,
yourself.
Blindfold yourself.
If this goes to nothing,
You hear it open.
Boom. Okay.
Okay.
So Mabel's right next to the statue.
Yep.
Now what?
you make your way over?
I
Blindly stumbling towards it.
I stumble towards it and
Yeah. You feel
Yeah,
around
just-
the room.
and
there's
feel
some
around.
moldy
Boom,
roads,
pow.
some
All here's
moldy
crashing.
green, and you find it.
my hand in the chest and pull out whatever I can.
nice.
As you basically get right up to the chest, you're about to put your hand in. You
shit.
hear a sound inside the chest. It sounds like kind of like slurping, moistury, like
No, that's what I like.
kind of slithery, but not. You don't hear like hissing like snakes, but you hear this kind of
You know what?
just like
Take the
very-
mask off.
Maybe
very light,
it's a test of faith. They want you to pull your mask off to look at it. So you reach in anyway, because you're Mabel and you give no fucks.
Well, I don't give a lot of fucks, but I am also cautious in the way that I can still create a magic hand to do all the grabbing
Oh,
for
there
me.
it is.
Boom, Mabel.
Okay? So I cast my mage hand once again, a purple disembodied hand.
The real
reaches
MVP
in
of this party.
to where the slurping begins.
Okay, so first roll for the cantrip to see if you retain it after this casting.
It's a 6, right?
Yeah, I think you have to roll.
Not a 1.
Yeah,
Not a 1. Not a
something
1.
like that,
Oh, God.
Come on. And roll a 6.
So you keep your mage hand. So you cast mage
God
hand.
bless
Now,
this mage hand.
now
Yeah.
can you read the spell description aloud?
It says a spectral or floating hand appears to point and choose within range. The hand lasts for the duration or until you dismiss it as an action. Hand vanishes if it's more than 30 feet away from you. You can use this action to control the hand. You can use the hand to manipulate any object, open an unlocked door or a container, store or retrieve an item from an open container, or pour the contents out of a vial. You can move the hand up to 30 feet each time you use it. The hand can't attack or
Or reach
activate
into
magic
chest.
items. It can carry more. Carry more than 10 pounds.
Okay, so sorry for that rules
No, it's
exposition for a minute, but that was good because it doesn't specifically say that you have to like see what you're interacting
Right.
with, which is
Right,
important.
right.
So you can use it to just kind of grab at whatever you
Right.
think is nearby. So okay, so
It-
you've cast the spell. What do you want to do with it?
My floating disembodied purple hand becomes a
We should
ice
give it a
cream
name.
scooping motion.
Let's call it Grimace.
yeah. Kind of does a little scoopy motion and kind of scoops out whatever it can from inside the
Chest.
chest.
Okay. You hear the kind of like that weird wet sound plop on the floor a little bit. What? Now what do you want to do?
That's it.
I want you to tell us
I
what the
would-
fuck it is.
I would
Oh, well,
definitely
we
take-
don't know what it is
I would
'cause you're
definitely-
Well, now-
blindfolded.
Probably take your
Well,
blindfold
now
off
you
at this
can take
point.
it.
Okay,
Yeah.
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 Now I take off the blindfold.
You take off the blindfold. The lid shuts, slams shut, but you're right on top of it, so you can see into it for a split second, and you can see what's on the floor outside of it now, and it's filled with grubs.
Oh,
Okay.
Yummy, yummy, yummy.
That's all we got, huh?
This took 20 fucking minutes, Tim.
For some, I thought there was gonna be gold.
Grubs.
All right, well,
We got grubs, guys.
I would.
Put some in your pocket.
Hey,
Yeah.
but maybe we could feed that to something later.
I mean, it's
Yeah.
it's like filled to the brim with grubs, so you have no idea like how many grubs are in there. There's like a lot of grubs.
All
Oh,
right,
but you
well,
didn't feel anything else with the hand?
I can't. I don't know if I can.
You can't feel anything.
what the hand feels.
No.
Yeah, you can't really.
But
feel
you
what the
wouldn't.
hand
You
feels.
would.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say fuck this.
Yeah,
chest
I would
for
just
now.
say let's leave
I
it
think
because
we spent
this is
25 fucking minutes
yeah.
on this chest.
Let's just
Okay,
go.
all right.
And everyone, if they didn't tune out already,
Yeah, let's just
They
go.
were all excited to find out what
the,
was
the
in
new
there.
Yeah.
school players are like, this is boring. All the old school people are like, yeah, there's some shit here.
Yeah.
Grubs, baby.
All right, so we're on the room with the pool that's
more
empty.
hey Mabel, describe everything that happened to you in there.
Hey guys, you know that chest?
Yeah.
It's filled with fucking grubs.
Yeah, that
Oh,
sounds
well,
about right.
that sucks.
Everything
Gross.
else in this temple fucking sucks.
Yeah.
So I
Apparently,
guess
whoever
that makes
designed
sense.
this place is like watched a lot of Fear Factor or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like grub a dub dub
Yeah.
in
Thank
a
you.
tub, you know?
Hey, I like
With
the way you said
with the
that.
bard Joe Rogan, yes. All right,
Pockets
so
are so funny
let's,
sometimes.
let's go into one of these other rooms here.
Okay.
Okay, go lead the way,
Let's
man.
go straight. Yeah.
All right. So now that everything is open, you can see into the rooms. I'll throw everything down on the map. Somebody else talk to fill the airtime.
That was
okay,
20
so right
fucking
now,
minutes.
I thought
mean,
it was
we
going
are-
to be something cool.
no, I
man.
thought so too. Especially if
Yeah.
the lid was
If it was a
cool-
magical.
yeah.
Yeah, well,
you know.
usually-
I thought we were gonna get some treasure. Out
You know
of
what
it.
sucks too? There's
So
probably
we tried.
something in there.
I'm feeling very Temple of
You
Doom
know what?
vibes.
I
Yeah.
bet if you used your real fucking hands,
It would have been fine.
can grubs hurt you?
No,
the grubs.
Nah,
stick your
let-
real fucking
let's-
hand in
no,
mine.
let's-
Next time I
let's-
will, if someone
we'll
doesn't,
come
like,
back
trying
to
to
it if
push
we
the
want to
action.
check on the grubs, okay? The
Yeah.
grubs will stay there because that's
Yeah.
going to not open.
We're done
Yeah.
with the grubs.
yeah, okay, we're done with the
All right.
grubs.
So you can see the room straight ahead from you. So this would be the the southeastern room. Directly across from the room with the chest that you're in.
Alright.
You see that there is on the far side. There's that little square on the map. All the way across. It is an altar. It has a silver offering plate on top of it.
Treasure.
And there's
Yeah.
a
We need
dusty
something out of
cloth with gold inlay that's over the altar and between the altar and the silver offering plate. There appears to be ornate icons that have been carven into several features of the room, the walls, the altar itself. You can see that some of them have been inlaid with silver and ivory. Some of the silver, which is kind of like chipped away and stuff like that over the years. The star that you can see just as you walk into the room appears to be a statue. It is a statue of a monkey with its head in its hands, and it appears to be staring directly at the offering plate.
It's a metaphor.
yeah.
And on either side
obviously
of
gonna come to life.
the room, the north and south sides, there appears to be crumbled statue pieces. It appears like you can already make out even from here that there appears to be duplicates of the monkey statue, perhaps in different positions, but you're not entirely sure because they've crumbled too badly to tell exactly how they were originally resting or positioned or whatever.
Okay.
Okay.
I pushed the blind heme into the pit.
Okay. As you walk by, you push the statue of the blind heme over.
Yeah.
It falls down in the pit and smashes
Thank
into 1,000
you.
stone
And
pieces.
destroys that zombie that's down there
Hey,
completely.
Yeah, it lands on him and kills the zombie.
Yeah.
Hey, you're welcome, everybody.
Exactly.
I solved your blind team puzzle.
So you just totally killed some crippled prostate zombie. Okay.
It's probably a mercy at this point.
Yeah.
Yeah. So,
All right, so we go into
there's
the-
that. But then I'll describe the other room you see.
The
So
room
that
is directly in
door
front of
open.
us.
Yeah. To the south.
And for
room
you
at-
listening at home, this will be like the last room visually available.
that is true.
Yeah.
We hope.
We
Except for
hope,
all the
yeah.
secret rooms that are off of each of
I
these.
know.
Yeah.
No. So the final room at the end appears is a circular room, very much like the one you entered, except there's no stairwell leading out. But it is otherwise the same dimensions of the circular room you entered in. In the middle of it, there is a round table. On the table, there are several dice. There is a protractor. There are
I ain't
several
doing
what look like rolled up maps. Some of them are like partially unrolled and have like these items that I'm mentioning on top of them, so you can see that they're partially opened, so you can see the top of them. They look like maps, but not like maps you're used to. Like they clearly look like maps, but maybe of like constellations of stars or planes, or not like a land map of geography. There's appears to be written notes on several pieces of papyrus, and in the center of the table is a wheel. It's very obvious that it can rotate around independent of the table that it is on. The wheel on the table, in fact, has markings and runes around the edges, and it has a raised cylindrical slot in the center that currently holds a broken piece of glass in what appears to be a round gold frame. It mirrors the lens that you have, except yours is silver. Upon the walls, because you can see across the room, you haven't entered yet, so you can't see all of them, although they are depicted on this map, so they're there. Around the room, you can see that there are several picture frames, those little cylinders kind of up against the walls. There are 6 of these picture frames. They are rectangular. They are made of platinum, and they are empty. There is no picture in these platinum frames, and they're positioned evenly along the walls, so directly across from each other.
I guess we got to put those map
directions
planes into the pictures
Together, yeah. So can I ask, which room did the blind team come out of? The one with the statue of the monkey?
That is correct.
Interesting.
So the blind team probably did that.
Yeah. Okay, so we have to. I would suggest not splitting up the party because that's a bad idea. So we have to choose a room to go into. I have an idea.
What seems like the less exhausting puzzle right now?
Right. So of course it'd be the one with the. I'd be with the. So here I have a suggestion. Let's go in the room with with the monkey in its hand, with its head in its hand.
Yeah.
And I suggest that since Gloric has a warhammer, it smashes the shit out of the stone head. And then we mess with the golden plate, because I have a feeling that we mess with the golden plate, that statue's going to come to life. So I would suggest
we hit the statue.
I would suggest we destroy the statue prior to messing with anything else in the room.
Can I?
If anybody,
can I look through the mirror into that room? To see,
good idea.
Hey, if it was alive, and what happened to the other statues?
Yeah, good idea. Let's do that.
Okay.
So
mirror time.
It would have been headless before it was stoned.
No, but it doesn't matter.
It'll show still like it
Yeah.
had its head or whatever.
I don't think it's going to hurt us.
Looking through the mirror of sap into this room, you see that the statues are all there and in one piece. They appear to all be in the same exact pose as the current one. They have their heads in their hands, and they're just staring directly aimed at the altar and the offering plate that is on the altar. And you see just about a few inches above the offering plate, there is what appears to be a scroll tube, just kind of like floating in the air, like like you see items in video games.
Yeah,
like floating there, waiting for you to pick up.
Guys, this all seems hard.
That's why I would like to destroy that statue.
Chronicles home.
These are difficult.
This is hard.
I think if 2 of us stand where the other statues were,
it's like a weighted.
You think it worked out well?
Well, no.
That was the blind team probably destroyed
the statues for a reason, not to get the.
So wait, what are you talking about? What are you saying?
Okay, so we send Gloric and Matt in.
What are you saying? I will go.
We
but what are you saying?
stand where those statues are and all look towards the offering What can hurt us?
Okay, so
the offering plate.
Everything.
So in the mirror, you see that the statues are all together, and then
they all are looking towards the offering plate.
And there's something floating.
And there's a scroll that's floating.
Oh, because in the mirror they weren't people; they were statues.
Yeah.
And then but there's nothing floating there now, correct?
Correct.
But
so that means that doesn't necessarily mean that it's gonna come back.
Doesn't it mean we should probably get one of the scrolls from the circle room to bring to it?
Can do that.
But on the altar.
But that doesn't mean that it's going to do anything.
Do for us?
Yeah.
I feel like we need a scroll from this room to complete this.
Okay, yeah. Let's send Gloric and Matt in.
Fine, well, I'll go.
All right.
No, I'll go.
Whatever. It's fine.
So who's going in?
Hey, you know what? I hold hands with Mad, and we both walk in together.
Gloric and
fierce gaze, just fierce gaze.
No.
The
Yeah.
offering plate.
Let's go.
Okay.
We're holding hands.
Yeah, you kind of like step over the broken pieces of stone that was the elder statues and kind of put yourselves in the similar position.
We're holding hands, so if they find us, that's how we are.
Using the mirror, you're able to kind of position them so they're more or less in
Looking
the
at
same
the-
position
uh-huh.
as the monkey statue that still exists.
Before
And-
anything happens, I look at man and I say, I respect you, man.
I say, I don't respect you.
I hope you turn stone.
We're all together.
What? Yeah, we're together. Let's do this.
Yeah, that feels better after that.
Yeah, it's a very grudging teamwork here.
Power
yeah.
of love was the only thing that could
So
save
you
this.
you even put your heads in your hands and,
Yeah.
and nothing happens.
This was fun.
So I say, somebody just grab the plate, and that's at least it's anything. It's treasure. Let's just grab it. Let's see what happens.
I thought it was like a plate, like a...
Pressure plate or something.
Yeah, I didn't think it was like a plate.
It's a plate, isn't it? Like
Yeah, it's
it's like a piece of
literally
silverware.
a dinner plate, but smooth
Yeah.
silver.
Oh.
So it's a piece of silver. So let's just take it.
Yeah.
And I still think we should have smashed the shit out of that statue. if
I
we're
leave
grabbing
the
it,
room
but,
before Matt takes it.
Yeah. No. Well, you said we're together in this. So
And until
we're
you
together
said
in this.
fuck off. So,
Hey, Clark, why don't you go get that plate?
So somebody go. Yeah. Somebody
Gloric,
go get it.
Wait, I leave the room.
No, you don't. No, you don't.
Yeah.
No,
I
you
leave
stand
the
right
room.
there.
Gloric, have fun.
You,
Stand right
you
there.
ask Gloric to go get the plate. Roll his morale again.
yeah.
So
No.
2d6.
No. He's staying right, and what's his name is staying right there too.
Roll 2d6 for
Roll
Gloric.
2d6.
See if he's willing to do this for you.
All right, here we go. Not this one.
You want to roll low on this one. Okay, so that's a good start. 2, and then roll again and add that to it. 3,
3.
so 5. So that's well under his morale. So he's like, all right, I don't feel good about this, but let's
should be
do
all right.
this.
You should be
So, sorry, he's like, I'll do this.
Hey, I look at Gloric right in the eye and I say, hey, man, I respect you.
Aye, lad, right back at you. And he goes up to the silver offering plate. His eyes are squinting, his teeth are gritted. You can hear the sound of the muscles.
I'm like, Gord, come on, man,
popping
quit being
in
a
his
bitch, dude.
jaw
Let's go.
Wow.
As he grabs the silver plate,
Let's make Matt
pulls
do
it
this.
really quick off of the
And we run out of there. We run out.
Everyone else
We-
abandons ship. And he kind of stands there for a second, like he's not sure if he's maybe died or like some kind of energy beam has come, turned him to stone or disintegrated him.
Can't you just grab it and run?
Yeah, nothing's happened. And so he like looks at the thing and he starts backing up pretty quickly, like backpedaling out of the room. Slams into the monkey statue behind him, almost tips it over. He's like, "Ooh," catches it, goes around it, and then goes out of the room. And
So-
he's got the plate in his hand.
Ourselves. So Gloric and Mad Mardigan got our first treasure. There you go.
I'm so, did you just include your fucking self in there?
Yes, because he grabbed it. You ran out of the room. We said you said that you ran out of
And
the
where
room.
were you?
So I was standing on the crumpled statue next to
Before
Gloric.
you sent your crony in to grab the plate.
It's still, but I'm with both characters.
So if he
it's-
died, would it have been Mad Mardigan that killed the dude? Or
what dude?
I mean, I'm not just a crony, but
Yeah.
All right.
So I
Sorry,
don't-
I didn't say it for you. Gloric, you
I mean,
know
I've got
respect you, man.
Gloric's character
I'm
sheet.
with you.
So yeah.
So you can add silver offering plates. to
silver
his
offering
inventory.
plates.
Okay. Yeah. Otherwise,
Okay.
nothing else seems to happen.
Silver offering plates.
We solved your plate riddle.
Thanks, Mad Mardigan.
This thing's cursed.
Okay, there we go. All right.
All right.
So we got our first treasure.
It would be unconstitutional for Mad Mardigan not to get comeuppance for everything he has done in this adventure.
Oh, like hurt the Medusa, get our first treasure.
It's like the
Yeah, you're
Chekhov's
right.
gun.
You're right,
of
yeah.
the session, right?
Okay, let's go into the
Let's
circle
go into
room.
the
Let's go.
south room there.
Okay, we're all going into the south.
I had to mention you sent us in there. So.
I was holding your hand.
All right. So there's the
I
round
thought I had a
table.
cool plan, but
In the center, it has the dice protractor, some maps, notes, and a wheel in the center. As I mentioned, the wheel has markings and runes. Runes. Not ruins. Runes. Around the edges, and the raised cylindrical slot with a broken glass currently in it. So there's basically a mirror image of your jaunt lens, just inlaid with gold, but broken inside of it. And the picture frames are platinum and are empty.
and I can read the runes, right? Because I read them in the first room.
Oh yeah, fantastic points. So
Check, please.
Yeah.
We solved your puzzle.
This girl's a
Yeah,
smarty.
you
I'm
kidding?
so glad there's not a Medusa in here.
Not
Still
yet.
don't know where she is.
Yeah.
Not yet.
Hey man,
Yeah.
if she
might
left,
be in here.
if she left, that's fine for us.
I
Like
mean,
if we
yeah,
leave this thing and Fiona's made of stone, or
Fiona's
something,
dead. Yeah.
then yeah, it doesn't really hurt our
We didn't hear her screaming when the skeletons went out.
You
so-
never do.
So
shit.
It's true. You have not heard any screaming. You're not sure that you would hear screaming from this deep into the cavern, but you have definitely not heard screaming.
Fiona's dead.
All right. Okay. So the runes are markings that you can't decipher, not because you can't read them, though. It's clearly a code for whatever identifying thing would be in those frames. So you're guessing it'd be like if someone just assigned a random symbol to a direction. So say north, south, east, west. They just said, oh, this symbol that looks like the Elder Futhark
Is there
Norse
any
symbol
of the,
for whatever.
Is there
is north.
symbols that match those symbols in the frames at all?
There is not.
Mabel's, you can use the mirror to see how
Yes.
what were in the mirrors before. Or
Yeah.
In the,
So I scope the room out with the mirror and I run around the walls to see what scrolls were in each frame.
Hey, Pockets, have your eyes always been that red?
yeah, the whole time.
There's something about this cave light that just makes you,
Very sexy.
yeah.
Maybe because I died.
Excuse me.
Could be it. That could be it.
Yeah, you have that after-death glow about you.
Thank you.
Looking through the mirror of Sep, you see that there are the room is basically as you see it now. The differences are these: the items that are strewn across this round table and the wheel are there in some cases, not there in others. So like a few of the scrolls are not there. The protractor is there, but they seems to be more organized, whereas now it's kind of like just a mess. It looks like somebody just like discarded these things here. Before it looked much more organized. The actual scrolls and stuff like that aren't placed in a way where you can easily identify, oh, this scroll was on this side of the room or this. So the scrolls themselves don't seem to be anything. Now, importantly, the tapestries now have pictures in them, none of which are the scrolls on the table.
Oh, okay.
So
So scrolls don't go in the
Have
page
we
frames.
tried interacting with anything through the mirror?
Yes.
Yes, we
And
did.
We were told it's just a one-way view.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It's just the past. It's just the image
Because
of the
we
past.
tried it with the girl statue.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
First.
the tapestries, mind you, they are interesting. You cannot quite identify
nudies.
what the tapestries are really pictures of in some cases. They're all locations. They're all like vistas. So it looks like, one might be like a mountain and some fields and stuff like that. But all of them are of an absolutely like epic scale. Like the one of the mountain and fields, the mountain it'd be like looking at like something 3 times the size of Mount Everest over a flat plain. It's just the scale is completely immense. As you look through another one, you see that there is what appears to be a tomb. The entrance to a tomb, and on it are several symbols of serpents over the lintel of the tomb.
It's probably just a coincidence.
Another one has what appears to be, let's see, there's the mountain with the plains, there's the tomb with the serpents on the lintel. There's another one that looks like a ocean, really, like an ocean of liquid fire, and in the center of that ocean appears to be a city made of iron and brass. You can see towers made of brass and like a castle of iron on one side of it, floating in this sea of magma. And then
You're writing this down, right, Mabel?
Yeah.
there's other ones besides that I won't get into describing, but similar idea all
Oh,
around.
man.
We do that.
We do that.
So, I mean, are these places that any of us would recognize, or are these all just...
We're searching for the tomb of the Serpent Kings. So
that's true.
Oh, that's
I
right.
think we want that tomb of the serpents
Yeah.
with the
Yeah.
serpents on it.
Okay.
Thank you for that. Pockets?
We all forgot why.
Yeah,
we
we
were
forgot
here.
why we're here for a second.
Been a long
I never
run.
did
You didn't pocket.
because I'm part lizard.
Hey, Pockets, you're so smart.
hey, us dragons are a wise race.
Yeah, you are.
Or species.
Hey, what are you doing after this?
Probably knocking back a few meads.
That's so
and
cool.
then I'm going to turn on the old magical tube.
That's so funny. You're so funny.
Okay. Moving on. So,
Condor wants to show him your magical tube.
Oh, Jesus.
Have I told you about my 10-foot pole?
You have no tapestries,
Okay.
but you have what tapestries, if you had any, would go where?
Is it in that chest?
I'm thinking we have to go back to that chest.
I'll throw you a freebie.
Thank you.
Not only for time, but also because your characters would notice this, even if my description wouldn't reveal this. The scroll tube that you saw in the Mirror of Sap over that offering plate was certainly of a size to fit one of the tapestries that would fit in one of these frames.
Does it have a serpentine feel to it?
So, is it in that chest for
I
the grubs?
think it's in the grub chest.
Yep.
I think we have to go in
We have to
blindfold, and someone's got to stick their hand
All right.
through
It's
the
So
grub.
you-
that you
all right.
scooped up
Yes.
as much as you could, and nothing came out.
Right, but I didn't scoop all
And
in
roll
Okay.
probably
All
to
right.
get
Why
that.
would you not?
All right.
because I was just scooping.
Yeah, but he said that when the chest closed, there was grubs in it still.
Yeah, so there's
lots
lots
of-
of
Yeah.
there's
Filled.
layers.
Okay.
So let's
I
just
could
all
only get,
pull
like,
out
a
grubs.
scrub.
All right.
Big
So let's do this. I'll go back to the room since you already.
Don't blame me.
No,
for
no,
my
wait,
scooping.
hold on. If we spend another 25 minutes pulling grubs out of a treasure
So we
chest,
just stick their hand
We
all the way
won't.
to
We
the
won't. We
bottom.
won't spend 25 minutes. Okay. So I'll go back to the room,
You gotta
and we
blindfold
do
yourself.
for the sake of time. I do the blindfold thing. Everybody, let's get everybody back in the hallway here at least.
Oh, you've got the helping hand.
The get over here. Yeah.
Yeah. Why don't you
All right.
use that?
That's what I'm gonna do. All right.
Well, I don't think that's going to grab all of...
I don't
Yeah,
think you have to empty.
Well,
out the chest.
what I'll do is I'll stick my hands in there as much as I can, and then if I don't pull anything up but grubs, then I'll try that. Okay, let's do it.
Okay.
Let's try that. Okay, I am back in the room with the chest. I'm blindfolded.
And
The chest is open.
Blindfolded.
The statue's blindfolded.
So
All right, so I stumble my way in there. I bump into the statue. Shit, here we go.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck, what is it over here?
I just want to
No.
point out that he's playing with the figure.
Yeah,
on the
as
board.
I'm
Yeah.
bumping
Just
around the
like
room.
Rick Moranis in
Yeah.
Spaceballs.
Yeah, yeah.
Taking
Oh,
hit
Joe,
damage
Joe,
with
no.
every wall he
I,
smacks into.
I take a piss in
Mark,
the.
help me.
it's knocked
I
unconscious.
take a leak in the corner here. All right, now okay,
And
here
we're
we go.
all watching
Yeah,
this
yeah,
for
we're
like
watching
15
this. Yeah.
minutes.
No, you can't. You
you
can't
really
watch.
look
You can't
at
watch.
it.
You gotta turn. Yeah.
So you're
Back
having a
your
little
turn.
fun
Sold
with
his
it.
Yeah.
piss
Okay,
con-
so you put your hand. You just
I
go
I
all the
stick
way
my
down.
all the way down as much as I.
Up
Grubs
to your
are
elbows and
I'm just
grubs, you feel crawling
I'm
around.
literally like thrashing my arms around looking
Okay.
for something in there. What do I find? Do I find anything?
You pull up a key
Are you
that clearly
fucking kidding me?
goes to the Medusa's door down in the basement.
Son of a bitch. Is that for real?
I'm going home.
That's for real.
Oh,
Sorry.
bitch.
I'm
Okay.
going home.
All right.
Lord Crondor crawls across the rope, walks up the stairs, grabs Fiona by the hand, and says, "I'm so
She's
sorry
long gone."
I ever doubted you." And then we go home.
Well, we got the key.
We solved your puzzle.
Oh lord.
Okay. all
One
right.
at a time. One at a time.
Well,
Okay.
Okay, so now
Obviously-
we're back in the hallway because there was nothing in there but that.
obviously we got to go back
You gotta
to the
do
room
something
with
with
the
this
plate.
room, with the
Yeah.
monkey.
Do you think there was anything...
It's the Shrine of the Silver Monkey from Legends of the Hidden Temple. You gotta assemble it. Dummy.
To make the statues whole again.
We got to assemble the statues to get the scroll back.
But you gotta watch out for the temple guards.
Well, how do we put the statues back together?
No, yeah. How ruined are the statues?
Oh, putting
We're
them
not putting
back
them back
together,
together.
You don't think it's possible
Okay.
because number one, you don't have enough glue.
The monkey is holding its head. The statues were holding their heads as
Same
well.
way.
On their shoulders.
You
I
guys
believe.
went and stood
We
in
did
the
the
same
same-
spot.
yeah.
And did the exact same.
We mimicked what they
mimic.
did.
Do you think the blind heme had it on his person and then
Oh shit! Well,
and someone pushed it down the
someone
shaft
pushed it
there?
down down the.
I wonder.
Down the
I
pit.
know, I wonder
have to
about
go
that.
That
down
could be
the-
it. That could be it.
No.
Okay.
Guys, D&D sucks.
Wait, did we check? We didn't check this room yet.
We
No,
didn't
we
check
haven't
that
been able to get
room.
over there.
We can't get.
And we
over-
didn't
Yeah.
do the mirror in the... Okay, we go over. We're going over, guys. I think we have to get the clues. We're going to check that room. We're going to put the magnifying glass in that woman's hand.
Okay.
Okay? So let's fill
Okay,
up the
so-
water, and go over.
Yeah, but how do we fill up the water though? That's the
We're
thing.
all
pull
in
the
the
lever.
hall.
We pull the
so
lever.
we pull the levers back to where they were.
Yeah, but that'll shut the door.
No,
so.
But then we can pull them back out.
No, we pull the one lever
Yeah, the one
because
with the
one
rope
d-
on it.
one does the water and one does the doors.
Right.
Oh yes. We
Okay.
Pull, but which
so
one's
the
which?
so the
We
lever
both.
with the lever
And
with
you,
the
you pulled them both at the exact same time, so you're
right.
not sure.
We're not
which
sure.
one.
Okay, so let's go
But
over.
we'll know if one door shuts
Yeah, yeah.
behind
Well,
us.
let's go over to the one with the rope on it.
So we're all in the hallway.
yes, we're on the hallway.
Right? No one's by a door.
We're standing in front of the
Yeah,
pit
fuck.
that's now empty, and the blind heme statues in the bottom of it, and the
On
zombies.
top of a
The zombies
zombie
liquefied.
body. Yeah.
Could-
Okay,
Who
so
could
let's.
have been holding the scroll that
The
we
whole
need,
time.
but
Well, yeah.
So if
no.
we get it
Zombies
wet,
Yeah.
but if it was stone, we're not going to get it back
Exactly.
anyway.
It's yeah.
Okay,
it's
so
gone.
which lever are you gonna do?
Let's
first?
pull the one with the rope on
The
it.
rope.
the one with the rope.
where we pulled. So
Okay.
the one towards us.
Yeah, the one that we pulled.
pulled.
So
It
on
has
the
the
right-
rope on it. The
That
one on the
yeah,
left hand
One of the-
side.
Yeah, the left hand
Okay.
side.
You pull that one, pushing it back to its original location, and all the doors
Okay, so push it back.
they open
Okay,
up.
so it's obviously
then
the
the
other
other
one.
one.
We
Yeah.
solved your door puzzle.
You pull the other one, and it sounds kind of like a toilet flushing. No, I'm just kidding. You pull the other one, and you begin hearing
So the water's refilling.
water begins
Okay.
moving from
Okay.
somewhere down below
right.
your position.
Am I looking and seeing it
Bowels.
coming out the two holes down there?
The squares.
The square, the rectangle.
Oh, yeah,
slits?
rectangles.
Sorry, loading. Okay,
It's all
yeah.
right.
So,
If the scrolls are down now, I'm gonna be so mad.
yeah.
They
So
can't be.
the water, you're not exactly sure where the water is coming from because both the holes in the sides and the grate that was underneath, they're both below the water line. They're all like literally at the
Yeah.
bottom of this thing. So you're not sure like which one of them or if it's all of them maybe
Okay.
is producing the water, but the water is clearly starting to fill.
Okay.
It's almost as soon as you hit that button, you hear that sound, and after like 3 seconds, you notice that the water level has risen just a little bit.
Is
You can
it-
see like a little bit of a current.
Is it fresh this time, or is it still like algae type of
Oh, no,
gross?
it's still
water?
gross,
Oh,
yeah.
still gross.
So
Okay.
gross.
Yeah. You know you can kind of like smell like
It's not a
that-
Brita. Does it?
Well, no, I mean just in case it's like
Yeah.
a fresh pool of water where
No, I get you, man.
or if we're
Yeah, as it begins filling, it looks like it's probably refilling maybe even the same exact water. You're not
Okay.
sure. But
Okay.
It's still
Okay.
algae scum filled.
Reclaim.
Now, how much filled is it in? How
It's going up. It's probably rising at about a foot a minute. So
Let's fast forward.
You know,
So,
it's,
yeah.
it's not terribly.
So
fast,
what I'm
but it's
asking
not
is, if we
slow.
try to swing across and fall in, are we gonna get hurt?
Yeah, if you dove in right now, but if you wait
Yeah,
a
if we
couple
wait-
minutes,
Okay, so we wait a couple minutes.
Okay, we wait a
Okay.
couple minutes and it's
Okay,
filling
so
up
now
pretty
who's
good.
got the grappling hook?
you do. No, I
No,
do.
I don't.
Sorry, but we'll take the rope off the one
On the handle.
handle, and then we'll attach the grapple
Correct.
hook, and then we'll can we look across? Is there anything we can like?
Yeah, he said that there's stuff in the ceiling that's kind of like
Wedge it into
jagged.
a ceiling.
yeah,
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
the stone tiles aren't all even, so
Okay.
you can probably catch the grapple.
So yeah,
hook with
we're
a good
gonna throw it and try to hook it on something across.
We got to
the
roll
way.
for that.
throw.
Right?
Who's gonna? Who's,
I'll do it.
Who's
I'll do
rolling?
it. I'll do it. I'll roll.
Okay, don't bother rolling. What's
Okay.
your strength?
Well, that's
think
why I
it's
wanted.
pretty
That's
good,
why I
yeah.
wanted to do it
Yeah,
because
yeah.
my strength is 16 plus 6.
Okay, that's fine. Yeah,
Yeah,
you don't even
okay.
have to roll. So yeah, you just chuck the grappling hook as hard as you can, and the iron spikes on it catch on
Mm-hmm.
one of the pieces of slightly-
Masonry.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
The masonry that's slightly akimbo, if you will. So you catch on it. You find one that it catches really good after a couple tries. Just to make sure it's like as sturdy as it can be, and you've got it. Like you're sure it's good.
So I want to swing across, and then we can all do that, I guess. But do we have to roll to swing across?
Nope.
Okay.
You've done enough work at this point.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you swing across.
We all
the
we all
water-
swing across.
Yeah.
My figure fell into the
And he
water.
falls, therefore they die. As you get across, the water is pretty much because you waited several minutes, so the
Yeah.
water was filled, so you didn't fall to your doom. The water begins getting towards the top and actually begins overflowing. As you might recall,
Oh,
before it was like several inches below the floor line. It begins overflowing now, what is everyone's wisdom score? Let's go around the table. Let's start with Dan here. We'll go around the table. Tell me what your wisdom score is. So the higher number.
10.
10. Stan?
11, and then Lorix is
way.
13.
Okay. Chad?
14.
And what's
12.
You are all smarter than me.
Yes.
wiser.
It's different.
We got more life experience.
Oh, intelligence is 16.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. So our dragon board wins it. You have the highest. So you notice that as the water's starting to overflow, you can see that there's another one of those lenses, like floating up in the water, and then it begins like floating above the surface of the water. For a second, you're not sure where the water ends and where this weird kind of clear cubic shape begins. But the lens seems to be captured in this cubic shape that rises up above the water line and starts to kind of like ooze out onto the floor in front of you guys. And you're going to roll initiative because a gelatinous cube has entered the chat.
Oh, God damn it. I've heard of these things.
And they're large, so I'm going to put down a large miniature right now.
How do we fight a cube, guys?
Yeah, I'm not sure.
Oh.
Well, it's a good thing I got a mouthful of acid.
There you
Stop
go.
saying that to us.
I got an 11.
Okay. Yeah, so somebody take the initiative for us. Chad, you can do it again. Or you can tell someone else to do it this time. Because it's, hopefully the last fight.
I mean, I'll do it. I don't mind, It's something to do.
You guys roll?
It's something to
Oh,
do.
no.
Oh, no. My bad.
Roll 20.
12.
18.
Now we're getting good rolls.
Yeah, this is great.
What are we rolling for?
Initiative.
To see who
it's a
fights a big
D6.
cube.
Oh, it's a D6.
Yeah, it's a D6, guys.
Oh, shoot.
son of a good job.
Sorry, I could have said that.
5.
In fairness. Yeah.
Guys,
so
what's
4 and
wrong?
above
6.
is before the monster. 3 and below is after.
3.
Would you get Chad?
I got a 5.
So we got. Oh, how about
I got it. Oh,
what's his name?
What'd you
Gore-Tex.
Gloric 3.
5.
5.
Mad
Okay.
Mardigan
Condor and Pockets.
6.
Nice.
So what?
I'm
who was
so
that?
glad we all decided to
Was
roll
that
well.
Mardigan
here.
or Gloric?
That was Mardigan was 6. Gloric was 3.
Okay.
So Gloric
So-
is after. Mad Mardigan is before.
Mad, Gloric, and
Man,
then
I don't know how to
Mabel's.
fight a
What did you
cube.
I
get?
got 6.
6. Okay, so we're all except Gloric.
Okay. Gloric's like got his thumb up his ass.
You know what? You guys deal with this. I'm gonna go check out the magnifying glass thing while you do this.
All right. Okay, so you guys are all going before the gelatinous cube. It's surprise didn't really get you. Yeah, who wants to go first? What do you guys want to do? Like this. So this thing is a giant. It's like almost 10 feet tall cube of acidic paralyzing slime.
How did we not see this in there?
Seriously.
Acidic. Okay, then.
It's clear. That's why.
I don't think my acid's gonna
Hurt it?
affect an acid.
Does
cube.
anybody have any kind of fire spell?
Alkaline.
I have a torch. I have fire.
I got tinderbox. Yeah, I got tinderbox and a torch.
Ugh, I don't have shit for fire.
Have you tried offering it rations yet, Mabel?
It's not my only go-to.
Actually, holy shit, maybe. What's it
Would,
eat?
a hot cross bun. I throw it in.
I mean, since it's made of acid, right?
Yeah. So so you guys are storied adventurers well enough. So what happens is these things, they deal acid damage when you're touching it or when it touches you. It also has a paralytic like poison basically.
What are the odds we could do the fucking water thing again from here and put
We
it back
still have
down
the
there?
rope down there on it, right?
Also, they are unharmed by cold.
Did we
and
take the
lightning.
rope?
Cold
Yeah,
and
because we used it to swing across.
But the grappling hook came with a 50-foot rope.
No, but we used the rope from
No,
the
it
lever.
didn't. It was just the hook itself.
Yeah.
I have here, there's a 50-foot rope, a grappling hook,
Yeah,
A 50-foot
you
rope
found both
and a
things,
grappling
yeah.
hook.
Yeah, it's
separate.
two separate things.
Separate things.
and you guys,
We used the rope from the lever to put it on the grappling hook, but we
But
still
he
have
has the
additional
50
rope.
rope,
We
yeah.
still have additional rope.
do you think we can pull
I
the
still
lever
got
again?
my magic hand.
Yeah.
Magic hand that thing, just fucking get it down.
Yeah.
Well, I remember
But
it's a
it's-
slow drain.
Yeah, it's a slow drain. So it'll take
It's
Okay.
something.
several
Well,
minutes.
I'm
Yeah.
gonna cast magic.
I imagine it's not like a cheetah.
So
Yeah.
I'm gonna go first, and I'm gonna cast magic hand again.
Okay. Roll your
And,
d6.
Roll my d6. Come on, baby, stay with
6,
me.
please.
6.
Okay,
He
so
fucking flicks it on the nose before he grabs it.
No.
it flips it off and then goes for the handle and pulls the handle again.
Now you hear the toilet sound and the water begins to drain, but this thing is still
It's still
moving
there.
up in the water at this point
Yeah.
and coming at you guys.
Now,
Is
my
it
question.
still above it?
It's basically trying to climb up on the ledge with you guys.
Now,
and
can
engulf
it
you.
leave?
So if we can just stall it for a minute.
Can it just leave the water? It can leave the water.
You're not sure what its real movement.
Can you
mode
imagine
is,
can't
but-
touch it
but
and
most
hold it
likely
back?
at this point, yes.
It can only hold up to 10 pounds.
Yeah.
So I don't know if, but you know, it can grab the lens from top of it.
Oh, maybe it might. That's
Is that-
powering the cube? Or
It's probably not powering it, but it's probably stuck in it.
Yeah.
Right.
Stuck in it.
But,
We probably need that.
wait, is that another action though?
Yes.
Okay,
Hmm.
I'll have to wait.
But you
Okay.
got a 6. So
Do you want to
can
move
next
or
time.
anything? Because you still have movement.
Yeah, I'm gonna move back.
Okay. Feel free to move yourself. You can move as many spaces as your speed allows, which I believe is you're the Elven Mage.
Yeah.
yeah.
I believe you can move 6 squares. So who else is next?
I'm gonna move back to here.
But I just wanted to ask, so the cube is made of acid, or is this deals acid damage?
It deals acid damage. It's not
Do-
made necessarily.
Because you can
It's made
technically
of-
get hurt by acid too.
No, I
These
it's
acid
only
damage.
like halved. Like
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
won't be as hurt. So, I should be fine, fighting it and stuff. But I just wanted to see if I could throw my antitoxin vial at it, if that would damage it. But probably not.
No,
since it's
antitoxin's only for poison.
poison.
Yeah,
My
yeah.
bad. Yeah,
Could
so-
your poison? Because your acid breath hurt it.
I don't. Well, since it deals acid damage, I don't know if it would.
What does
It's
bless
not
do?
immune to acid.
Oh,
It's
it
not
isn't?
immune to acid.
Okay.
There
All
you go.
Yeah,
It's
it
like-
deals acid
it-
damage because it's caustic, but it's not like acid is just
Oh,
one type
okay.
of substance. So your acid would still
All right,
dissolve
then.
it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Then, all right. I'm going to run up to the
You
edge
got,
here.
You got to do the sound.
And I'm gonna spray it with some acid with a. Sorry for your
It's
ears,
literal.
guys.
It's
Sorry
literal
about your ears.
poison. It's podcast poison.
Podcast poison. Yeah. Auditory poison.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
So you,
Sorry about
This
those
thing-
ears.
this thing gets a save for half damage, so you still roll your full damage, and this
Okay.
thing gets the save against half.
I believe it
There you
was
go.
2d6.
Yeah. And
So
tell me what
can
its target number for the save is. It says DC something save.
I-
I think
it
it's like
said
15.
opposing save.
Or it just gets a save. Is that what it says?
Yeah, it's save for opponent save for half damage. Yeah.
Save for half damage. Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
In that case, it means 15. So I'm going to roll this thing's saving throw, which is horribly low. So
11
it's gonna take 12
damage.
Jesus.
But do I add anything to that from other than
No.
No. Okay.
It's-
Just
yeah,
I
it's
wasn't
just
sure. I wanted to be
2d6.
sure. And I'm spent.
So you honk acid at this thing and begin
sentence.
dissolving it. The features of this cubic ooze kind of like burble and kind of like undulates as it appears to be perturbed or damaged or you don't know what, but it undulates at you. Whatever
Nice.
that means.
Okay.
Kind of like the Blob in the 1950s version.
Yeah.
Crondor
Okay.
can't help but be aroused.
Everybody else
Your
still
power.
has actions. You have your movement as well.
Oh yeah. After I do that, I back up
Okay.
10 feet.
This thing can strike at you, so it's gonna take its opportunity attack against you. If you do that. So roll your defense.
All right.
Defense.
Also, no, never mind. That doesn't.
There you go.
Okay. 17.
Nice.
Jeez. Okay.
19.
No
Here we
problem.
go.
So you step back.
I I do a
Backflip.
backflip handstand
Backflip.
at 10 feet.
Nice. Crondor and Mad.
Guys,
And Mardigan.
everyone come in the room now.
Which room? The room with the
The room where we
fountain?
started with the fountain.
That's exactly. I was just gonna
Oh, are
retreat.
you gonna?
I was just gonna retreat.
Guys, everyone in the room.
Yeah.
Agreed? Do I have
No,
your
that's.
Do I have your consent?
I was just gonna suggest. Yeah, let's run.
Okay.
Tactical retreat.
Okay.
I think,
as I move back, I grab Mr. Pole and the door shuts.
All right.
Okay.
Okay.
I now am reunited with Mr. Pole.
Yep.
That's
And I kiss it slowly.
and passionately.
All right.
And I
that's
circle
good.
my tongue around it.
That's.
Jesus Christ.
But then
Around the wood of your pole.
we take your magnifying glass
Yes.
and the mirror and we'll try them both in that thing.
Okay.
Okay.
In the statue's hands.
Right.
Are we out of initiative? Like
Yeah,
of
yeah.
attack?
The door slides closed.
No, it's
I
gone. That
solved
thing's
your
gone.
puzzle. And
Yeah.
also, that thing might fall down.
You
Yeah.
hear on the other side of the door
That could be anything.
Yeah.
Could be anything.
Saying fuck you and QBs.
Yeah.
I hope that lens wasn't important.
Yeah, you better run. That's what it's saying.
All right, so you're trying to put. Sorry, what are you doing first?
Yeah. So okay, I'm gonna go and put the jaunt lens in the hand of the maiden fair.
Okay, boom! It fits. The handle, like I said, is pretty much a mirror of the mirror handle. That was an odd way of saying that, but anyway, you slide the jaunt lens hand into the maiden's hand. Jaunt lens handle into the maiden's hand, and it just sits there, does nothing.
Oh.
I mean, it looks cool.
So there's this statue with the palm exposed, and nothing goes in it.
Hold on, we still haven't done the mirror yet.
We didn't do the mirror?
Let's switch it out for the mirror.
Okay, mirror
Right.
time. Mirror time.
You pull the
Mirror.
lens out, you slide the mirror in, and the mirror
You've solved your puzzle.
the mirror feels like a better fit. It seems like she
But
was
it does
actually
nothing.
maybe
This is
holding the
nothing. I
mirror.
swear to God, Tim.
And nothing else happens. I'm gonna get beat up at the end of this.
Oh my
All right,
god.
guys. Who's ready to go home?
Is anyone else exhausted? Hey,
I just want
guys.
to point out that
so-
someone else wrote the adventures. So,
Hey,
so
wait,
you guys know.
Guys, I will say this.
Where's his name?
We are by the exit.
Drexel.
We got a plate.
You got a silver plate.
got-
Yeah.
We got a silver plate.
Anything.
We have a magic mirror. Do you guys want to leave?
We have killed so many people.
Do you guys want to leave?
Now we didn't check out this room over here. The one where the skeletons were at.
Yeah.
And there was
we
a bunch of
haven't checked that
stuff.
one out.
We haven't
Also,
There's a lens.
don't
sitting
forget
on
those
top
two
of the
skeletons
mirror.
might be up those stairs. Out.
Hey, Fiona.
Yeah. Oh yeah, does
No
Fiona?
answer.
Oh, she's dead. She's dead. She's
Yikes.
turned to stone.
We've gone. So
Can
many
we
people
can we take a peek out there and see if she's alive?
Yeah, you want to go upstairs?
Yeah, I'll go upstairs. I'll go up the stairs. I go up the stairs and I take a peek and see if Fiona's out there. And I yell, "Hey Fiona, are you out here? Are you okay?"
Yeah, you climb the stairs. It's about, I think it was like about 60 feet up, so it's
Oh,
kind of a
Jesus.
long
Yeah.
stairwell leading up. So you proceed cautiously. Torch.
I mean, there's a light coming down from there, isn't there?
That's
Yeah.
Actually,
Yeah.
it's only been like maybe.
So I put my
a couple
torch. I
hours.
still have a torch, but I put it out
Okay.
and save it.
Okay.
So I'm walk up the stairs cautiously, sword out, and I'm like, as I'm walking up the stairs, Fiona, hey Fiona,
Yeah.
can you hear me?
No answer comes back as you reach the top of the stairs and look out of the crumbled wall of the escarpment. You're looking at the back of that eye statue, that was on a stalk, and you see several more statues, human sized, standing around that statue. One looks really, really familiar, like Fiona. Just
Like
looks
Fiona.
just like Fiona.
I say, well, I call down, I call
So
down,
many people killed.
I call down, I call down, guys. Fiona's dead, and I come back down.
Guys?
She's dead.
Let's leave.
I mean,
Let's leave.
no one knows we were here other
Nobody.
than the Rook.
Guys, we could cut our losses and we could leave the fucking temple right now. We don't need to solve that puzzle. We could just leave the temple.
And no one knows we unleashed a Medusa upon the world.
Nobody knows it was us. Guys,
we
fine.
really did unlock her out of a cave.
guys, nobody knows it was us. And nobody has to. We sell the plate, we sell the magic mirror,
To
we
whoever's
sell
left.
the magic magnifying glass, we
Yeah.
split it. We'll get rid of Chloro.
What if Rook comes looking?
Who?
The guy who hired
Guy
us?
who hired us.
He'll never find us. Guys, should we roll for it?
Tim, as a DM, have you ever read people just quit and run
I-
away?
There are some adventures that the better option is to run away.
Guys.
I'm not gonna lie, that is the thing.
Let's all roll for it.
Okay, I'll roll for it.
Who
No,
else?
but you roll for what you want to do.
You can. You don't have to roll it. You can just decide.
I
What do you
I
guys
say we go
Nope.
back and open that door, make sure the cube's gone, and then check out that room where the skeletons were at.
I mean, I want to solve the mystery.
Yeah, me too.
Of this place, but
What do you rolling?
want? That's a natural 20. I don't know what that
my
means, but
Guys,
Dan just rolled a 20.
I just rolled a nat 20.
we don't know why.
On
We
the
don't know
decision to
what the
leave.
hell.
So what does that mean, though?
Yeah, what does that mean?
No, like
you
what?
can't make everyone just.
That means
Yeah.
that means Dan wants to leave.
Wait, I think I know a good way to interpret that.
I'm
roll.
not going to leave.
Okay.
Okay.
But that would have been so
That'd
fucking
be
funny.
hilarious, yeah.
And the fact that I got a nat 20
How about that gives you an epiphany or something?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can that do something
Yes,
for me?
Yes.
Okay.
That's what
I'm
exactly.
about to
get a-
leave and then
can
I
we
get
get
a
a clue?
vision. For
Yeah.
fuck's sake.
Before you guys rage quit the game.
That would have been so fucking funny.
Oh man.
He sees something that
You guys
gives him an idea.
blew it. That would.
So I'll put this to you. I'll put this
Okay.
to you. So, because I don't want to take away your choices or anything like that.
That's a
I don't wanna
nat
put
20.
Yeah, that's nat 20. So it's going to be awesome either way. So you can quit while you're ahead at this point. In which case, I will say you actually go back to Garazon the Rook. And there's a reason why I'm saying this. I'm not going to throw your characters under the bus at the end
Okay.
and just like murder them for no reason. You go back to Garazon the Rook and tell him what you found. So that's option one. I'm not going to tell you his reaction or what's going to happen from that, but that's one option.
I got a 20.
Another option is you go back and I'll have you skip anything that isn't directly related to the final piece of the puzzle because you guys are so close. I realize that, and I know what,
I'm down with that.
pieces
That's
are
what's driving me
important.
crazy.
So
Yeah.
I'll tell you, like, if you go back in, you'll still have to play a little bit more, but I'll absolutely tell you straight up.
I will say if
Don't go to
someone
I'm down with
room
that.
X.
if
Don't.
someone listened to this podcast for 5.5 hours and we walked out the door,
Yeah.
So mad.
so mad.
Right.
I don't
That's
know.
why.
That's
That's
kinda
why.
D&D,
But I would
it's-
never want to do that anyway.
It's the
so.
funniest fucking thing I've ever thought of in my life, and I'm a little upset. I'm a little upset
Your
because
high
I know
bar is just fucking leaving.
I
Just
know I'm going to go back in and finish this
Yeah,
adventure,
okay.
right?
We're
I
gonna-
know we're going to do that.
Yeah.
However, I'm a little fucking pissed.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
a little pissed at how funny it would have been
If
to
we all
check
just-
the fuck
We'll
out.
all
Well,
Walk
can we
into the-
record two different endings? Like-
Oh, that'd be
hilarious.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Sliding doors.
Yeah.
This is Metaverse A. We all walk out.
Okay.
This isn't how it's going to end. This is the side universe.
Yeah.
So yeah, we
This
walk
is the
out.
pocket
No, no,
universe.
We walk
let's
out-
do the playthrough first, and then
Yeah,
do
we'll
the-
finish-
We'll do the alternate.
All right.
Okay, guys.
Yeah. Okay.
Guys, I think we've gone a little over our heads in this one. I know Rook, and I know we can probably work our way out of this. I got enough good stuff in here that we can get some intel, get some more guys, and come back in stronger force after we know now that what we're dealing with. What do you say we get out of here?
Okay. Oh, so we're gonna do the
Oh, I don't know.
what is this?
We were gonna do finish
We're
the
gonna
puzzle
finish
first.
Yeah, finish.
Oh, I thought this was the
No,
we're doing
no,
the
no,
fake
no,
ending
No, we'll
first.
do that.
Yeah,
now.
yeah.
I'll say.
No,
well, we
we'll
can
do-
still use that. We'll say.
Yeah.
Well, no, we got to finish this. Yeah, let's go.
Yeah, no.
So
All
So
right.
close.
By the
So that'll-
we have
that'll
to
be
make
the-
up for unleashing Medusa on the world.
And
so.
killing.
Countless innocents.
Hey guys, Medusa's already gone.
Fiona's
Okay.
dead.
I think that ship has sailed.
Yeah, so this will be like if you were looking at like the timeline of the MCU where things split off, and
Yeah.
go to different universes. So that's what you say to the party, and version A is what we're about to play, and then version B will be where you walk away.
Yes.
Okay, let's do it.
Copy
so,
that.
So version A. So you guys decide.
So what's
to,
your response to that, guys?
We
No,
got to go
let's-
back down. We got
let's
to
go
finish.
back down.
Yeah.
Let's
We
clean
start-
up
We're
our
clo-
mess.
I feel that we're close,
It
guys.
sounds
Yeah.
so exciting.
Let's go.
I will say
yeah,
that
let's just go.
I will say putting 50 things in that woman's hand and getting no results just killed me. It just
Yeah.
broke me.
Yeah.
Some of those things were very lewd. I don't know what
Yeah.
you were thinking.
It's just
Yeah.
so many, but I got
Good thing we cut those.
guys. I got Mr. Pole back.
He's got Mr.
I'm
Fuller.
ready.
Yeah.
I'm ready for adventure.
Fortunately, you're gonna have to open that door again,
Yeah.
Mr. Pole.
No, I have a 4-foot pole.
That's right. We can
Oh,
slide
okay.
under.
I'll slide
Yeah,
under.
slide
All
under.
right.
All right. So we go back to the door.
I use my
Indiana
4-foot pole
Jones
on it.
pole.
Go back to the
Yes.
door, and we pry it open the
Okay.
crowbar.
You pry it open. Good news. You actually see the gelatinous cube kind of like go over the edge back into the now lowering pool, so
Sweet.
it like retreats back into the water down below, and sinks. You can because you're able to cautiously follow it. You see it sink into what's remaining in the water, and then kind of like go in between the grates at the bottom.
Which that glass would
Nice.
not.
Could the lens is still.
The lens goes with it. The lens is thin enough.
It guys,
fit
it
in
just
the
slips
grates.
inside?
Yeah, it just
Yeah,
like
okay.
slips inside the grates.
All right.
Could you do magic made before it's gone, or
I mean, yeah, I could.
because you got a 6 on the last one?
Yeah.
Can you grab it before it's
I'm
gone?
gonna reach in real quick before it dissipates through the grate and grab that lens out.
All right. So Yeah, I mean the hand can't be damaged or anything like that, so it works. Yeah,
We
Pure
solved your Jello puzzle.
Nice.
okay. So yeah, the
And
magical.
I give myself a good clean high five with the magic hand.
And then I put my hand on your shoulder.
Except there's paralytic acid on it.
I say, Marbles, you have really
Marbles.
you have really done above and beyond today. Thank you so
Hey,
much.
thanks. It's Mabel.
Thank you, Marbles.
Wow. Even when you give me a compliment, you're tearing me down.
I'm a good guy.
Yeah.
Okay, so I would recommend we go into the room to the the east,
Yeah.
Okay.
which is where the skeletons were firing at us from
Which
originally.
we did not go in.
And
We
this
haven't
is where the
gotten
DM said he will tell you what to skip. Skip it.
Okay.
Awesome. Skip it.
Thank you. Thank you.
Hey, should we go grab some of those golden axes or golden
Golden spears.
Skip it.
Skip it. Okay.
No,
we
we
go
booty,
back
don't we?
across the water,
Okay.
Skip
you
it.
Swing across.
and it's really fucking cool. And we all nail it in
yeah,
one.
you guys are awesome.
Can we just say that we got the golden spears for booty?
Yeah, you can grab those.
Okay, so we got the
Yeah,
golden
We can
spears.
say it on the way
Everybody
out.
has.
Yeah, we got him.
All four of us have a golden spear.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, you swing across to the other side.
already gone.
The
You
one
know we
that
killed
kills
everyone
the
anyway,
Medusa.
right?
Yeah.
You
I
swing-
had a legit argument for us leaving, but so golden spear.
You swing across the other side and head to the room with the crumbled statues and the one monkey statue.
Yes.
And you're like, there's something about this room.
Uh-huh.
And you remember, so long ago, about an hour ago, that there was in the room opposite this, there was a blindfold on the statue in the other room. And you're like, there was a blindfold in that one, and then a thing happened. This one is a thing looking at it, but I looked at it in the past, and the things we're looking at in the scroll tube was there, which is really weird and would make you think that if you're looking at the thing, maybe the scroll tube would be there. But that was the past, and the enchantments have been laid in a different order in different rooms.
Damn it.
Hey everyone, why don't we look away from where this plate was,
Yeah.
and one of you put a blindfold on.
Gloric.
Expendable?
Gloric puts
Gloric?
Yeah.
Gloric puts the plate back.
Yeah, okay. Yeah,
Yeah.
Gloric does not need to roll more off that.
Yeah.
He's like, tis a fine, silver offering cup, but I'll put it back for now.
We get it,
as long as I
Gloric.
get it at the end of this mission.
Yeah.
And he puts it back on the table
We'll
and then
split
steps
it
out
for
of the room.
sure.
Yeah, we'll split it.
Okay,
so-
we all do the thing.
Okay, so one of us puts a blindfold on, and everyone else stares away from the room. Who's gonna put the blindfold on?
I'll put the blindfold on.
Okay. And then you do what?
So I stand where the intact statue is, right? But I look away. Right? Is that what I'm supposed to do?
No,
No, it needs two of us still, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah,
I'll blindfold
right.
too.
And we need to blindfold the statue as well.
Yeah.
Yes.
The
So
monkey.
All
Yeah.
three need
So
to be
we
blindfolded.
blindfold. We got your moldy ass pillowcases.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we blindfold the statue, and we have a blindfolded. I'll do one
And
side.
I keep saying, ew,
I-
ew.
I'm on-
Mabel's
I'm on the
one
right.
side,
I'm on the
My eyes are
right.
gross
Mads,
now.
Mads on the
I'm
on the left.
Yeah.
I'm outside the room.
Yeah, and you guys are out of the room, and then we're all
Wait, then why did I
blindfolded.
okay, yep.
Okay.
We're all blindfolded.
All right.
Even the statue.
All right.
And what happens?
Does anything happen?
You don't hear anything happen.
Okay.
We
now
we use
wait.
blind faith and we reach out to grab it.
Well, let me walk towards the
Okay.
table with the and
Yep.
I'll search to see if the scroll is floating there and try
Your
to grab
hand
it.
touches something.
Is it a
Seems to be
scroll?
floating just above the offering
Is it a
plate.
scroll?
It's
And
gross.
I pull it. I pull it towards
It's
me.
filled with maggots.
It's all
Yeah.
grubs.
It's an explosive.
Okay. You pull it. You have it like held close.
Okay,
to your
let's
chest.
Okay,
walk out of the
I
room.
take my blindfold off.
You take your blindfold off. It vanishes.
Okay, I got it. Okay, put my blindfold back on. It's okay.
Blindfold is on.
All
Okay.
right. All right. So now I start backing out of the room with
grab
with
the
blindfolded.
Plate, grab the plate.
Oh, and grab the plate.
Grab the plate. Or
Yeah, I grab both. The
Maybe
plate
don't
and the
grab
scroll.
the plate yet.
Okay, you feel that the scroll is back there.
The scroll is in my
Floating-
hand.
No, it wasn't.
No, it
so
disappears
when you
from
put
the
your
hand.
blindfold back on, your hand was still empty.
Oh, I see. It was empty. Okay, so I
But
reach
when-
out,
Yeah, when
grab
you
the.
reach out, it's now floating over.
Okay,
the
so I
plate
grab the scroll.
Yep.
I pick up the plate,
again.
and I start backing out of the room.
Yep. Okay. No problem.
No problem. Okay, kind of bump into the statue.
I think we'd learn by now.
I tell Mabel, let's go, Mabel. Back up.
Okay.
Don't take off your blindfold.
Nope. So
And we back out of the room.
I'm
you-
touching
you-
the walls.
Stumbling out of the room,
Yeah.
but you're able to do it. No problem.
And we back out of the room.
Okay.
Now what?
You back out of the room. Scroll tube's still in your hand.
I
Everyone's still
take-
blindfolded.
Okay.
Yeah.
I take my blindfold off.
The scroll tube disappears.
So no,
Okay.
here I think this is what needs to happen.
Yeah, go ahead.
You need to, as soon as you grab the scroll, put it on the plate. Maybe it won't disappear if it's still on the plate. So
That's a good idea. Okay. So
Try it again.
I go back in the room. We
Or
do
we
the
just
same.
go in the other room with
Okay.
it.
Same order. Gotcha.
Yeah.
Well, no,
Okay,
just
I-
The scroll
clear
tube
back.
is back floating over the plate. So
I
you
thought it was
grab
because we
and
took
put
our
it
blindfold
down
off.
onto
Okay.
the plate.
Yeah, I put it on the plate,
Yep.
and then I back out of the room.
Every time he
Yep.
takes his blindfold
Yeah.
off, it goes away.
No,
well, no,
but-
but we have to take our blindfold off at some point. So okay, we back out.
Yep.
All right, we're back. We're out of the room with the scroll on the plate.
On the plate. Yep.
Take my blindfold off.
The scroll tube disappears.
Guys, walk in the other fucking room with this scroll right now,
Yeah,
or I
okay.
swear to God.
Third time's
Okay.
a charm. Third time's a
Third
charm.
time's a
This
charm.
is the fourth time, but
Third
go
time's a
on.
charm.
If you don't get it this time, Gorik will say something. Go.
Okay. all
I
right.
do it. I
All
grab
right,
the
wait,
thing.
wait,
I
wait.
walk out
All
and I
right.
go into the other map
All right,
room.
now we're in
Okay.
the room.
Okay.
We're in the room.
Right.
Yeah, you feel your way around. You're into
Yeah.
the map room. You're like, slamming against.
Okay,
the-
so now I've got the plate with the scroll on it. We're blindfolded.
Yep.
I say somebody put the scroll into that thing that looks like it takes a scroll, and I'm gonna keep myself and Mabel are gonna keep our blindfolds on.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So who's gonna do what? Who's gonna?
Somebody take the scroll.
We're blindfolded.
We're blindfolded.
Okay.
Somebody take.
I think you have to keep your hands on the scroll because you're blindfolded. If anyone who isn't blindfolded,
Yeah,
takes it,
we
I don't
can-
think
Can
it's
you
gonna-
unravel the scroll and I'll look?
Oh yeah.
Okay, that's good. Okay,
yeah,
so
yeah.
You open the scroll tube, pull out the scroll that's encased inside.
I don't take my blindfold off, and I just Mabel. What
Oh,
does it
wait,
say?
wait,
Grondit.
Well, let's see if it goes away first.
Gronder.
You take it, you look at it.
Yeah.
The scroll tube disappears, but the scroll itself is still there.
Okay.
Finally.
We
Okay.
solved your riddle.
I'm not taking. Don't
Jesus.
take your blindfold off. What does it say?
I'm still
What's it
blindfolded.
say?
Grondor. What does it say?
You see a. Sorry. let me-
I'll tell you in my sexy voice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sounds like
Sounds
this.
like Tim Bannock. All right. So, the scroll inside is a picture of the entrance to a tomb, and on the lintel of the tomb is several serpents.
I think we're gonna need this.
Yeah.
Wait, didn't we match it out with a past picture?
Yeah,
Yeah.
so on the wall.
You
was-
tell me where that is, and I do that.
Yes.
Okay.
So yeah, because we looked through and we saw what frame that was supposed to be in.
Correct.
I do that.
I then take the lens that we got from the gelatinous cube
Mm-hmm.
and replace the broken lens on the tabletop.
Okay. Boom. And that
And
lens.
put my quarter into the machine.
Yes.
So that lens is kind of like pointed at the doorway now,
Mm-hmm.
and whereas the picture frame is in the northwest
Okay.
section of the room.
I rotate the
Yeah.
table so that the frame is aimed at the picture.
Okay. As you turn the table, it clicks kind of like the Jeopardy wheel? Is that the
Yeah.
one that does that? Yeah, it's like, and you aim it towards it, and
Price
it's
is right, I think.
Oh, Price is Right. Thank you.
Jeopardy
yeah,
has no
yeah.
words.
Jeopardy's words, says the English.
Or
name.
Wheel of Fortune.
Dumbass.
That is Wheel of Fortune.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, Wheel of
third time's a charm.
Yeah, we'll get this. We'll
It's
edit
right late.
this. So you point the lens at the tapestry, which now contains the picture of the tomb, and you see the tapestry itself starts to glow. This kind of like blue and white energy kind of like crackles over, almost like lightning, and then there's this effect, almost like. It looks like, if someone just like tapped their finger into a pool of water, you just get that ripple that comes out of it. And there's that effect that starts from the center and goes outward. And the tapestry almost like comes to life. It's
I
like
pulled
you're
the
looking,
lens right out.
Okay. As soon as that happens, like it looks like you're looking at, like you could reach through the tapestry and touch the lintel of the thing. You pull the lens out and it goes, that same effect
found the
goes
portal.
in reverse.
That's
and
all we had
it
to
is
do.
now
That's
just
all
the
we had to
tapestry.
do.
don't have to face
Nothing's
any
gonna
evil
come out and
things.
get
That's
us.
Let's roll up the scroll. We'll take the lens to Rookie and get our nookie. I don't
Rook it. Yes.
know. That's it.
And stick it up his yeah.
Yeah. Now, wait,
And you and Pockets could go off and have a great time.
what about that tomb? Is there anything in there? So we skipped opening the tomb.
All right, so another 3 hours begins now. No, I'm just kidding.
Because there might be treasure in there.
Tim, say the
know.
words.
In the other tomb, you just saw the portal to.
With the one that's in the room. There's a with serpents on it, isn't there?
Oh, so you
We still haven't faced the goat-headed demon.
Right.
I'd
How
rather
about we
not open a
all
portal.
just stop right the fuck now?
have done-
What is wrong with
We have
you?
completed our task.
I want to see what's
Do you
in
actively want to die? Because
what's
you
in the
can just
tomb?
do that on your own.
What's in the tomb?
Well,
Is the tomb worth looking through?
the tomb would be the next adventure. So
I
the
see.
Tomb of the Serpent Kings is a follow-up adventure. To
Oh, I
this.
see. So no.
In my world. So no, you're not going through the tomb right now. So you have successfully completed.
Say it.
Not 100%. You didn't get 100%.
Say,
No, we sure
say
didn't.
we solved your puzzle.
You have solved most of the puzzles found in the puzzle dungeon, the Seer Sanctum.
Kick ass.
Well done, folks.
Good job,
Well done.
everyone. Thank you for sticking around, everybody.
Yes.
Okay, now-
Wait. Oh, go ahead. Go ahead.
In another universe.
Right. In another universe, you guys decide to leave with the door closed, the gelatinous cube on the other side. You haven't figured out the exact secrets of the portal. You head outside, see the statues of your, I believe it was 3 compatriots.
Hey,
it
we
was
know
one
them.
unnamed
We can cure
mercenary
them,
who
it's
would have been a
fine.
player character.
It's a light wound.
And then 2 more mercenaries, Marissa, the warrior
Whatever.
person.
Oh, yeah, not
and-
Marissa.
Yeah, and
Whatever.
Fiona the Impatient. They've all been turned to stone by the Medusa who trucked through here. As you
Guys, we
pick
don't
up your
have to go
I
horses.
downstairs
used
at
my
all.
leaf pendant on Fiona the Impatient
Oh,
to,
you're
get,
so nice.
to get rid of her curse.
She is petrified, and she's like, there was this lady who came out, and she had snakes, and then I
The leaf
didn't see
crumbles,
anything
and
else.
that's all I could do.
Mind you, this didn't happen in the other version.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well,
Fiona-
it could
I
have
guess
when we
we
left.
have, yeah.
When we left.
Fiona thanks you profusely, and you go scrounge up your horses, which were tethered to trees a little ways away.
If they're stone, there's nothing I could do.
Yeah, we're done.
No, they are not. And you start to ride back to the battle-scarred bard. On the way, you find 2 skeletons just kind of like roaming around in the fields,
Let
like
them be.
attacking farmsteads and stuff like that.
It's
you make
fine.
short work of them, those bastards.
Yeah.
You
We
cut
take
them
their
down.
head.
And then you arrive at the battle-scarred bard, and inside the battle-scarred bard, there's a middle-aged human with a bushy beard and mustache, who is Gerazon the Rook, and who is a well-known trafficker in secrets and esoteric lore. And you tell him about your exploits in the puzzle dungeon, and he says, it must be that the lens is possibly attached to the tapestries.
Mm-hmm.
So all I have to do is have someone figure out how to use those.
That's
in order
all
to
it
open
is,
the
buddy.
portal.
Rook, you
I thought
nailed
about
it.
I'll have to hire people who are more competent.
That's
than you.
hey man.
So you get
Hey,
you get partial
cowardice.
payment.
But hey, Rook, we got you what you needed, man. That's it. That's all you got to do.
I feel like you've done what I have asked, and I will give you 1,000 gold split amongst you.
Hey, Rook,
That's terrible.
you're a good guy. I respect
terrible.
you.
That's like one.
That's terrible. I say Rook. That's not good enough.
My debt.
If you have a death wish, Mad Mardigan, you can just go
as you
back
say,
into
Rook,
the
good enough.
cave.
I draw my sword and I say, Rook, that's not good enough. Give me what you got.
He puts up his hands in like a show of surrender, and he's like,
I'm not
"Let's
with this
be
dude."
Too hasty." And that's when you notice everyone else in the bar puts their hand on their swords.
Oh,
And I say, hang on.
And then
I
we
say,
put our hand on our swords
on, I
and
say-
face
I
him
say-
too. We're
I say-
all against Mad Mardigan. Roll for initiative.
yeah, and this is how it ends. Mad Morgan says, "I'm the greatest swordsman that ever lived," and he rushes at the crowd, and that's where it ends.
And he trips and slices his own throat.
Please roll for that.
Yeah.
I want to see
Okay.
how you do it.
Okay.
That's a 20.
So
It's a full no. Absolutely not.
So we'll do 2 more episodes. This one will be the version A, where you bring that information back and go back to the Tomb of the Serpents, and version B will be where you get into a fight with the battle scarred bard and all of its.
Mad Mardigan version
It's all
is
its cell
everywhere.
swords.
We're not with him.
I know.
Bye. Yeah, bye. My journey's over. I got 1,000 gold and I
No,
left
no,
you.
no,
You're the first one I
it's
strike
1,000
down.
split between the 4 of us.
That's fine. Bye.
You don't have 1,000 gold.
That's okay.
Okay, I'm just saying.
I'm not with him.
I just wanted to make sure you knew.
Split between
It's
the three
the
of us.
3 of us.
Oh yeah.
Oh, no.
Trust me.
Mad
it's
Mardigan
Split
three
between
of
the
us.
2 of you because he's the first one I strike down.
I'm nowhere near your ass.
These are exactly the arguments that happen every.
Yeah, I beat yours, so I'm good. All right. You guys want to wrap this
Well
up?
done.
Yeah.
I hope you enjoyed your time. I'm sorry some of those puzzles were absolutely
No, it was good.
infuriating, but they all had a theme. They all had
No.
a theme.
Glad I waded through maggot invested crates for 2 hours.
Yeah.
Yeah, seriously.
No, thank you for the adventure. This was lots
This
of
was
fun.
awesome.
It was
Thank
awesome,
you,
Tim.
Tim.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it was fun.
Well done, guys. Yeah, this was a lot of fun.
And if you want to hear more of this,
Let us
reach
know.
out to us and contact us on Instagram. Be like, we want more D&D, or let's not do that again.
Yeah. Please tell us if you liked it or not.
Yeah, there are different role-playing games, too. So
Yeah,
there's so
and
much
we can play
variety.
more tabletop
Trust
stuff.
me, I
That's
know
right.
a lot of them.
Yeah.
So do I.
Yeah,
We
we
all
could do
have
it.
safe words in Dan's world.
We could do an actual tabletop next time. That'd be fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got plenty of them.
You can
So.
listen to us play Monopoly.
Yeah.
You want to take us out,
All right.
Shane?
Well, thank you for listening in to another episode of Enter the Nerdom. Please follow us, if you're not already, on Spotify or Apple Podcasts and on Instagram. And, what?
Do the voice when you're walking out. The D&D voice you did before.
Okay.
Do it.
Yeah,
Do it.
if you can remember that.
If I can remember what it is. Thank you for joining us on this last adventure of the Seer Sanctum. I don't know if that was the same one.
Ear poison.
That's
Yeah,
what do you
that
mean?
was
That was bad.
that was
There's some
very
Bela
racist
Lugosi in
almost.
there.
Bela Lugosi.
We gotta wrap up this episode.
Okay, I'm trying here. How about I just say bye? No, I don't know. Enter the Nerdom, exit the D&D game that took a long time.
Thanks, everybody. Thank you.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Trapped in hell.
Bye, everybody.